The 1995 Australian Football League Grand Final, played at the Melbourne Cricket Ground on Saturday the 30th of September 1995 between Geelong and Carlton. The selected teams: Geelong, backs, Scholl, Graham, Handley. Half-backs, Colbert, McGrath, Mansfield. Centres, Brewer, Pickering, Riccardi. Half-forwards, Couch, Brownless, Lord. Forwards, Hinkley, Ablett, Mensch. Followers, Barnes and Hocking. Rover, Tanner. Interchange, Brown, Tudor and Hickmott. Carlton, backs, Whitehead, Silvani, Sexton. Half-backs, Christo, Dean, Mackay. Centres, Camporelli, Bradley, Hannah. Half-forwards, Clapp, Spalding, Korkafidis. Forwards, Pearce, Kernahan, Brown. Followers, Madden and Ratton. Rover, Williams. Interchange, Hogg, Manton and Rice. Changes. Weather 22 degrees, overcast at the start of the game with a sharp shower of rain at the start of the second quarter. Umpires Peter Carey, Darren Goldspink and Hayden Kennedy. The Norm Smith medal for the best player in the grand final was won by Greg Williams of Carlton. Crowd 93,670.
The grand final for 1995 is underway. Barnes and Madden will fight many crucial battles during this day, barring accident. The bounce is taken by Madden down to Clappe, who knocks into half-forward. Williams is down, holding his head. Oh, and Rice is down, met by McGrath. A Carlton free kick back in the centre to be taken by Madden.
Pearce has started at full forward, Tim. Mansfield's on him.
Madden with the ball just forward of the centre circle. Hooks his kick badly. It's a shocker. It'll fall for Barnes. Kernahan arrives, gets into his back, and it's a free kick to Geelong between full-back and half-back. Carlton to the punt road end. Barnes gets a good call and delivers to Pickering at the 50. He runs away. Williams, his opponent, left in his wake. Kicks towards the wing and Mensch. Spoiled from Dean. Got him over the back of the head. Geelong free kick. Mensch just forward of the members' wing.
Yes, Justin Madden giving Colbert a bit of a clip behind the ear too. Now right below us on the member side wing, the Cats kicking to the main scoreboard end. The kick by Mensch up towards half forward. Up goes Brownless, can't mark. The spoil came from Sexton at ground level. Williams. Oh, he's trashed to the ground by Brownless. He's gone down for the second time in the match. We're only 1 minute and 7 seconds in, and Williams has been on his bottom twice. A free kick to the Blues on the half-back flank to be taken by Sexton.
It's a ruthless game. Sexton between half-back and wing. In towards half-forward. Kernahan with the field against him. Off the pack, Brown for Geelong. Hand pass to Couch. Hand pass towards Gary Hocking. Hogg came in to meet him. Got boot to ball and he's down. On his back on the deck. Picked up by Hannah. Hand pass to Ratton, who kicks towards half-forward. Bradley is outmanoeuvred by McGrath, who breaks away. Geelong very hard at it. Bouncing ball into half-forward. Just about a dead heat. Sexton crashes through. Takes delivery. Put down by Gary Hocking. Mopped up by Christo. Hand pass to Hannah, tackled high, free kick to Carlton, just behind the wing. Oh, there have been some high tackles in the early part.
I tell you what, Gary Hocking's tackling very hard. He was put out of the game last year in the grand final by Johnny Worsfold. It took him 6 months to get over it. He's not forgetting it. The ball marked by Brown. Gets the hand pass further down the field to McKay. Kicks to half forward for the Blues. The ball on the bounce. In goes McGrath. Can't get it. Picked up by Scholl. He's tackled. The ball goes clear. Players going down like 9 pins. The heat is enormous out there. McGrath's kick, a poor one. Slung off the ball. Taken by Bradley. Kicks it towards goal. And he's kicked the first goal, I think, of the grand final. Craig Bradley. It took 2 minutes and 25 seconds to get there. Must have been a good tackle on McGrath because his kick went about 5 metres straight to Bradley, who burst clear and from 35 out on the boundary has put it through. Carlton first to score in the grand final.
Lee, anything surprise you about the start?
Not really, except Gary Hocking is just a really aggressive player, and that's exactly the way he started.
Carlton a goal, Geelong haven't scored. Madden and Barnes share this one. Madden roves it and gets boot to ball. Well done by the Giant. Bounces in towards half forward. Graham attacked it well and trapped the bounce nicely. Gives it off to Barnes by hand. He sweeps it out to Brown on the flank. That's Paul Brown for Geelong. Kick to Mensch, who marks on the wing. He's looking for the hand pass. Carlton fans saying he played on umpire Carey says no. All he did was look for it. He kicks in towards Brownless. Sexton playing on him does well for the second time in a marking contest. Down at Crub. Kudafiti's lovely sidestep beats Colbert. Kicks low towards Clappe. Met from behind by Brown. Pushed in the back. Carlton free kick. Members side. Clappe gets a call from Fraser Brown up towards the flank. Goes into half forward. Spalding out in front of Hanley. Takes a good mark. 65, 70 metres out. Between centre and half forward for Carlton. Kernahan starts to go. So does Pearce. He's gone in the Kernahan direction. Two against him. No one can mark. Off the pack, the defence has it covered. Mansfield twists brilliantly out of trouble. Kicks to the wing. Met by Rice as he does. Finds McGrath just behind the centre line. The Carrot Top goes for a run. One bounce. Lovely long left footer. Nothing on the end of it. McKay takes the mark for the Blues. Just inside the defensive 50.
4 minutes in the first term in the grand final. A kick by McKay around the Great Southern Stand wing, and Hannah takes the beauty. He had two to beat, took the front position. Takes the mark, delivers by foot to Ratton. Heat marks, gets the hand pass to Sexton. Runs down the wing, delivers in towards half forward for Kernahan. The spoil off the pack, the crumb is required. Brown there, the ball flicked out towards Williams. 35 metres out for the Blues. Greg Williams has missed absolutely everything on his left boot. He's normally precision with those kicks, and he's put it out on the full. And the free kick to Geelong in the back pocket at the punt road end, and it'll be taken by Scholl. Carlton 1 goal, Geelong yet to score, almost 5 minutes in.
Thrilling start. Left foot kick from Mansfield. In fact, around half back. Off the pack, Kudafiti's looks for Williams with a hand pass. Doesn't quite reach him with it. Big, hard pack at the ball. It spills to McGrath, who's had a lot of it early. Swings his kick to the wing. Ratton with the flight. Couldn't quite get to it. Mensch brings down a double hand of it straight into Ratton's lap. Gets it after losing it. Kicks to Madden, who just does enough to beat Barnes' spoil and take the mark. And Big Harry's made a fine start for the Blues. He's 70 metres out. 65 perhaps. Too far for him, even if he got onto one of those sweet torpedoes of his. But Carlton doing the attacking, and they've started well. Under a lot of physical pressure. They have a goal. Geelong hasn't scored with 5.5 minutes in. Madden kicks low in towards Kernahan's lead. He can't mark. Off the pack. Williams let it go. Colbert takes it away for Geelong. Clears towards the wing. Brownless from behind. Can't outmark Sexton. Off the pack, Couch. A hand pass to the running Tudor. Forward to the centre. Drills it in a half forward. Brewer drops a mark he should have taken. McKay and Brewer. And now Ablett there. Takes it out to the boundary. Knocks it back into Brewer. Put under pressure. Can't control the ball. McKay knocks it away to the boundary. And over for a throw in. Curly Austin, fierce start.
Yes, terrific start, and Greg Williams is changing on the half-forward flank, and McGrath is picking up him when he goes there, and Pickering is going with Brown.
A boundary throw in, 60 out from Geelong's goal in front of the Great Southern Stand. The ball knocked down by Madden to the front of the pack. Couch is there, tackle, loose hand pass. Picked up there by Couch again. Kicks in towards full forward on the bounce to Ablett. Looks for free kick for a push, doesn't get it. The ball goes behind Silvani. It's in the forward pocket. Almost a scoring chance for the Cats, but Riccardi muffed it. And the ball picked up by Dean. Dean of Carlton kicks wide of the centre. Clappe spoils. Knocks it down to Hannah. Good work. Hannah's hand pass to Sexton. Kicks on the skim up towards centre half forward. It beats the pack. It goes behind. Picked up there by Scholl. Hand pass to McGrath, but he's inside enemy territory. He bombs the ball, kicks it out towards the half back flank, and it'll beat the players over for a boundary throw in. McGrath 5 possessions. Lee Matthews.
Well, the midfield matchups, I think Ratton has gone on to Couch. Williams started in the middle. Pickering picked him up, but then when Williams pushed forward, Pickering stayed in the midfield.
The boundary throw-in knocked down by, let's see who's going to pick it up, Kudafiti's hand pass to Williams, 60 out, gets out of a tackle, punches the ball away with a fist the second time around. Pickering had it, then lost it. In goes Fraser Brown, gets the high tackle, no free kick for the Blues. The ball on the point of the square, picked up by Williams, kicks into the midriff there of McGrath. Kick off the ground across the half-back line by Pickering. It comes out towards Barnes. Good harassment there by, who was it? It's got to be Peter Dean. Oh, he's out number 2-1, held the ball up, and he's going to win a free kick for the Blues. 7.5 minutes in, Carlton 1 goal, Geelong yet to score.
Tremendous pressure. Dean a hand pass to Williams, who has experienced a lot of it, but the umpire says no, bring it back and come over the mark. Almost 8 minutes. Dean, scrubby kick, low towards Spalding's lead. It was a poor kick. Handley takes it to the boundary and over for a throw-in. Just outside Carlton's 50. Left half forward flank. Below the famous Olympic stand. Built back in those halcyon days of 1956. And packed to the rafters this afternoon for the grand final. Barnes in ruck for Geelong, sweeps it well clear of the pack. Williams has it covered for Carlton. Onto the left boot, sits it up for Kernahan. Graham does well. At the spill, Ratton couldn't take it cleanly. Now Brown for Carlton, runs into trouble. Hand pass doesn't carry to its target. Hanley's kick smothered. Couch has got it on the rebound. Low kick is good to Paul Brown, who marks at the 50 for Geelong. Runs away, kicks beyond the centre, and Brewer on the lead takes a fine mark. Ablett delays his lead. Now he goes towards the members. The kick doesn't carry to him. Sexton coming across in front has made a fine start in the grand final and marks on his chest.
The Blues lead by a goal to nil. Sexton now half-back flank comes around the member side, or Colbert spragging onto a Carlton player who goes to ground. Koutafidis, and Colbert of Geelong gives away a free kick to the Blue. Koutafidis right below us on the wing, gets the lead further down the field, and it's been marked on the almost on the wing by Clappe. Matt Clappe, about 2 kicks out from goal. The lead comes from Rice. He might go to Rice. No, it's going to be chopped off. Oh, he went for McKay and it's been chopped off by Colbert, who plays on after marking the ball. Hand passes to Brewer. Kicks into Clappe. Rebound to Koutafidis. What a game it is. Koutafidis kicks to half forward to Kernahan. Lurches forward and gets a very soft free kick. 7-3 to free kicks Carlton's way. A very soft free kick in the grand final to Kernahan. 65 out. He gets a lead from Spalding, who marks and will kick from 52 out. They've gained about 13 metres closer to goal. 9 3/4 minutes first turn. Overcast but no rain. A sultry day in Melbourne. And it's pretty hot out in the middle too.
If I was Harry Madden, I'd go straight back to the centre now. There's not a problem with this one.
He'll kick from 50. He's almost directly in front. Earl Spalding, drop punt, on its way, and just to the left. He missed by about 1/3 of a metre out to the left and through for a behind. Carlton 1-1, Geelong yet to score crackers.
Settling down, Carlton a little bit better than Geelong. Geelong a bit nervous, and Carlton getting a fair run with the umpire, but they're playing pretty good football. Geelong have got to settle down.
Tremendous tempo. Graham miscues the long bomb back into play. Ratton does well down to Fraser Brown. Onto Clappe, fumbled, picked up by Ratton, swings at goalward, offline. Another minor. Carlton peppering away. Have had the only 3 scoring shots. 1-2-8. Geelong not on the board. And we've played 10.5 minutes.
The kick in by Graham. Will he go short? He is a prodigious kick. And he will go long from the punt road goal out towards the Great Southern Stand side. Up goes Hannah, unopposed for the Blues. That marks about 75 metres out from goal. Oh, Hannah's square at, not Hannah, he kicks it, but Ratton was square at half forward. He kicks it towards the pocket, and Kernahan's been penalised for pushing a player out, so they're consistent. Umpire Darren Goldschmidt adjudicating side on to that. And it's going to be Graham to get the free kick for the Cats in the back pocket. Got a slight delay here. Where's the ball? No, it's being returned. Went into about row 6 or 7 behind the goals at the punt road end. So Graham's got the free kick. So a free kick to Kernahan, and one against for the champion Carlton captain centre half forward. The kick by Graham out to the wing. Up goes Barnes, can't mark. Hannah's done well, picks up the spillage off the pack. On his left boot, has plenty of time to look down towards Kernahan again. Graham goes up, gets a fist with. The ball goes to Williams. Kick off the ground, Kernahan, and he's put it through. He's put it through the skipper. Good work by Williams. And all Kernahan had to do was get a sweet toe to it. It was dribbling along the ground about 9 metres out, and he helped it through. Carlton 2-2, Geelong yet to score. Let's hear from Bobby Skilton.
Well, Greg Williams being very dangerous up forward, and McGrath just a little bit loose, and Williams takes advantage of every opportunity. A nice little tap on.
14 points in front. Madden favoured by the bounce, but his hit stolen by Pickering. Swings Geelong into attack. High ball to half forward. Almost a Sexton mark. At the full, Brewer to Ablett. Left foot snap, very high, a little wide. A minor score. The Cats on the board, and it took 12.5 minutes. Carlton 2-2-14. Geelong 1 behind. Rod Austin.
Yes, the matchups of the Carlton forward line. Mansell's on Pearce, Graham's on Kernahan, and Handley's on Spalding with Shaw on Rice. So very well matched up, and Carlton just going very well at the moment.
The kick in by Christo beneath the big scoreboard. He's been told to hurry up by umpire Peter Carey, so he does. Kick straight up the middle. It's a hefty left foot kick. It's going to land on the centre square line. Up goes Madden for Carlton and is marked at centre half back. They're feeding off him with a foot pass. Oh, Christo ran from full-back. He's taken the foot pass. He's marked it from Madden. Plays on, has a bounce, kicks to half-forward, and Fraser Brown between wing and half-forward for the Blues has marked. Oh, they're unmarked everywhere. He's gone short to Ratton, but he's still about a kick and a quarter out from goal. The lead from Williams. Oh, the other side, it's Pearce. He's got to stop and prop. Goes to ground. The ball falls in front of him. Picked up by Spalding for the moment, but lost it. Good late harassment came from Graham. And the ball out of play just near the Melbourne and Richmond players' race on the northern side, half-forward flank for the Blues. We played 13 minutes and 28 seconds. Carlton 2-2 and Geelong 1 behind.
Still early days in the grand final. Kernahan does the ruck work. Sweet left-hander down to Williams. 40 from goal. Goes for home. And puts it through. And the Blues have made the break. They lead by 19 points. 3-2-20. Geelong 1 behind. And the hallmark of a champion in this first quarter from Williams. He was hit with everything but the Great Southern Stand in the first few minutes, but he stood his ground and now he's nailed his first goal of the match. Crackers.
Yeah, excellent start, and he really is playing excellent. I've got a feeling that the Southern Stand did graze him there a while ago, but he got up. But, oh, they're playing good football, the Blues. I'm just going to climb off this bandwagon for a while, and I might jump on the other one soon.
Riccardi to the win. Carlton by 19 points. Centre bounce to restart play. Won by Barnes, who's going to get the break picked up by Madden. He might even get a kick. No, he won't. He's lost it to Gary Hocking, who kicks the ball out towards the members' wing. The ball bounces. It bounces high. They've got to wait for it to come down. Could have finished traps well. Hand pass to McKay. Gets a poor hand pass to Ratton. Put him under pressure. Brown came in, picked up by Gary Hocking. Good tackle by Ratton, but Hocking gets the handball away. But he held on for too long, Gary Hocking. Good persistent football there from Ratton. He's got the free kick on the attacking side of the centre. Yep. It is hot in there. Carlton 3-2. Geelong 1 behind 1 point. Ratton goes wide to Hannah, who kicks him towards the half-forward line. Out comes Pearce, and he's marked about 48 metres out from goal.
Out near the boundary, but it suits the left footer. If he could get one of those big leverage left foot kicks onto it, he might give it a nudge.
In front of where Bay 13 used to be, and he's about 10 or 12 metres in from the boundary. 16 marks to 6 Carlton. Thank you, Jack Cameron. The Blues by 19 points. Here comes Pearce. Head down over the ball from about 48. Drop punt on its way is a beauty. Go Blues, they say. Go Blues, they chant. You can hear them all around the MCG. About 97,000 people. And I reckon about 45 barracking for the Blues. Carlton 4-2 and Geelong 1 behind 1 point. David Mackay.
Excellent start by the Blues. Their aggression to the ball has been outstanding, and that beautiful tackle there put on by Ratton onto Gary Hocking, not giving him an easy possession, turning the ball over in the favour of the Blues, set up that goal.
Well, the expectation was if there was a breakaway, it might be the Cats with their fast midfield, but it's been Carlton by 25 points. Barnes the tap, but Kudafidi sweeps it in. Hand pass to Hogg coming forward from half-back. Picks out Rice and delivers perfectly between wing and half-forward. Clappe unmanned. Rice finds him. Clappe can't hang on to the mark. Paddles to Williams. He's besieged. Off to Spalding. Swings a big kick towards goal. Oh, just offline. What a sensational effort from out at the 50. Is there nothing the man can't do? Carlton 4-3-27. Geelong 1 behind at the 16.5-minute mark. And the Blues are on fire.
Just keep an eye, Curly, on Riccardi to see whether he's playing up in the wing now. I think he began in the forward pocket. Whether he stayed there for long, I don't know.
He's on Hannah now.
He is, okay, because Hannah's been terrific. So Riccardi's up in the wing. The kick in by Graham has been marked by Pickering at centre half back for Geelong. Kicks out towards the Great Southern Stand side. Finds Handley, who takes the mark in front of Clappe. McGrath looking for a short pass further down the field. Decides not to go to McGrath. Yes, he does. As McGrath made space further down, but closer to the boundary. He's marked on the wing. Now the Cats through McGrath, drive forward, up goes Mention Brownless, no one can mark. Gary Hocking off the pack's done well, gets the hand pass to Couch. Couch kicks in towards half forward, but Dean running with the float of the ball. Courageous as ever. Oh, there's a man in the middle all by himself, but he might have to go to Christo first to get it there. Oh no, he kicks across the half back line. There's a free kick against Geelong's Lord to be taken by Christo. The man running free in the middle, by the way, was Spalding, who was unmarked completely. 17 minutes in, Carlton lead by 26 points.
Short chip, Christo finds Bradley. Defensive 50 at centre half-back. Sweeps a hand pass to Christou. Below the members. Pumps the big woofer into half-forward. Koutafidis, who's very dangerous. Well brought down by Colbert. Picked up by Graham of Geelong. Chips in towards midfield and Brownless, who's had to work his way up into the centre for a clean possession. Hand pass onto Lord. Christou bearing down. Swinging kick to half-forward. McKay in front. Got a clean grab. Couldn't quite hang on. Ball in hot dispute. Mensch knocks it back inward for Geelong. Carlton looked to have it covered. Ratton put under good pressure from Brewer. Knocks it on to Bradley. Soccer kick to Madden. Hand pass to Sexton. Blues open it up. Long ball. Pearce brought down as he was leading. And it's a Geelong mark taken by Mansfield. Pearce unlucky. His heels were clipped. Hand pass to Scholl. Another one to a running defender.
Pickering,
who drives it in towards half forward. Barnes brought down by Bradley. Free kick to Geelong. Advantage now. Gary Hocking onto the spillage. 2-on-1 Geelong in the pocket. Silvani did well on Ablett and Brownless. Ablett the crumb. Under pressure. Hooks his left foot kick towards goal. And just misses. They're doing it all under great pressure. Carlton 4-3-27. Geelong 2 behinds. 19 minutes in. Lee Matthews, a quick one from you.
What's interesting, Mansfield for Geelong's playing actually full-back back down there on Pearce, and Christou out down the other end there. They're real attacking half-backs, drag right back at the moment to the full-back lines.
kick in by Peter Dean. A short one into the pocket to Christou, who's marked about 10 metres out from goal. The Cats towards the main scoreboard in the grand final. They trail 4-3 to 2 behinds now. Christou goes short back to Dean. They're all 1-2-3. Still short as he finds Hogg. They're still inside 50. Hogg just down from the cricketer's gate. Coming around the member side. Kicks the ball out towards the wing. Up goes Madden. Can't mark. Spoil from Barnes, I think. The ball knocked down by Mensch. Back into the path of Handley, who's under pressure from Koutafidis. Handley paddles the ball with an open hand, I thought, to Brownless, who was taken high. No free kick. Picked up by Koutafidis. Koutafidis hand pass to Sexton, who might have been grabbed there by Gary Hocking. And if Gary Hockings get... Oh! Handley's thrown the ball away in disgust. And there's 50 here. Yes, there's got to be 50.
It was a free kick off the ball. Billy Brownless held on to Sexton, and the free kick was on the Koutafidis, and Sexton was up the ground and hit the free kick page.
Thank you, Curly Austin. Now, player in trouble. I think it's just a boot. Looks like Christou back on play, but he's okay.
Now, they don't play 50s like they used to.
Now, Sexton wide of centre. Goes short in towards a lead from Pearce. Up goes Mansfield. Can't mark. The spillage picked up by Colbert. Hand pull. Pass. Oh, bit of biffo going on behind play as Gary Hocking kicks up towards the half-back flank, where it's marked by Brownless of Geelong. Coming round the members' side, the Cats heading up towards the main scoreboard, which is bleak for them, 27-2. Brownless goes reasonably short, but it's marked by Hickmott. He's just on, didn't see who went off. He goes further down the field.
Lord.
Marked there by Lord, who's gone off, marked by Barnes. Barnes gets it across to Pickering, who kicks it towards full forward, and Ablett comes out and is marked about 35 metres out. Yes, Curly?
Yes, Handley's off and Tanner's on now. He's playing on Clappe.
So Lord off for Hickmott. And they've made a double change from the bench, the Cats.
And McGrath's on Sporting because he was having trouble with Williams and Brown up in the forward line.
He was taken by the crowd too, Handley. He did turn around and say good day to him very, very bluntly.
The clock's showing 21 minutes. Ablett coming in for their first goal. Geelong drop punt. Oh, I don't like it. He doesn't like it either. And he's put it through from behind, and the great man has kicked 3 behinds in the grand final. And it's starting to rain. This will help Carlton, one would think. Carlton 4-3, Geelong 3 behinds, 3 points.
Well, the rain, I was going to say coming from nowhere, not quite that. There was a forecast of it, but it's come earlier than anticipated. Christou to put it back into play, thumps it long for the Blues in the Madden direction. Koutafidis from the side flew spectacularly. Couldn't mark. Sexton, slippery ball now. Back to Koutafidis and now to Ratton. Well tackled by Hocking. Spills to Paul Brown. Off to Pickering. Clever sideways kick. No, it's not. It's in the wrong territory. And Hannah takes it away for Carlton. Sits it up to a 2-on-1. Williams, oh, terrific mark for Carlton. Just forward of centre. Kicks towards Kernahan with a left foot delivery. Finds him on the bounce. Can't find the handle. He's well tackled. Can't get boot to ball. Still in dispute. Hand pass Kernahan. Tanner looking for a free. Picked up by Barnes. Thumping left-hand pass was excellent to Graham. My word, he's versatile for a big man, Barnes. Graham thumps a long ball into half forward. Brownless in front of Sexton. The crumb to Brewer. Here's a Geelong chance. Door open. Tudor has it now at the 50. Low kick towards Ablett. Can't mark. Silvani just jolting it free. Hickmott's got it. 40 out. Goes for goal and is offline again. but the Cats are working their way back into the game. They're starting to play it on a level field. Carlton 4-3, Geelong 4 behinds, 22 and a half minutes. Tommy Hafey, we haven't heard from you.
Well, it was a mark that Gary should have taken, but they are working a lot better. Carlton are very desperate and very committed to the ball. It's made it very tough, but Geelong over the last few minutes are actually starting to get a bit more possession of the ball, but Gary should have taken that mark.
Grandstand football, grand final football all over Australia, and of course on Radio Australia and on the Parliamentary Network as well. From the MCG, the kick in by Christo out towards the member side. It goes behind the pack where Koutafidis is lurking for the Blues. Gets a little scrubby kick. Is it effective? No, it's picked up by Brown. Good pick up, good tackle by Clappe on Brown. Clappe gets it out to Ratton. Ratton's hand pass to Williams of Carlton. Williams kicking towards half forward. Out they come. They'll need a good bounce. And Graham does get a good bounce for Geelong. Delivers beautifully to Brownless on the attacking side of the centre. Couch running by. He should have gone for Couch. He was on his correct side. But he goes in towards the half-forward flank where the mark is taken by Riccardi. 60 metres out. There's nobody home. And the Cats get there first at the 23 and a half minutes in the first quarter. Score check in the grand final. Carlton 4-3-27. Geelong 1-4-10. Bobby Skilton.
Well, Geelong have really settled down, and great play by Ben Graham there. He was prepared to attack the football, took it on the half volley, and it was a desperate play. It was what was required, and it really set the situation up and turned defence into attack, and fine play, Ben Graham.
It was indeed. Carlton had 2-on-1 against him, but he was the only one who really attacked the ball. Umpire Goldspink bounces it beautifully. Driving rain now. Madden beaten by Barnes at the full. Ratton for Carlton. Backwards to Hogg, working up into the square from half-back again. Kicks long to Kernahan, who was in front and yes, he held on to the chest mark. I thought he'd lost it. But Graham doing pretty well with the odds against him in the early part. Kernahan's outside 50. In fact, almost 65 out when he kicks for goal. Doesn't quite know where to go for now. Pearce has slipped away and he takes the mark in the forward pocket. Again, it's the right forward pocket which favours the left footer. Much closer to goal than when he nailed one from out at 50. But this time the angle is tighter. He's only about 25 metres out. He lines them up. Big kick this, just to quell Geelong's little charge. He comes out, opens it up, hooks towards goal across the face, and he just scores a behind. So it's Carlton by 3 goals at the 25-minute mark, 4-4 to 1-4. Driving rain has set in Melbourne, and it's going to be a wet grand final.
We'll have some news from the Weather Bureau in just a while, Tim, from the radar to see whether it's widespread and whether it'll last for the next couple of hours or so. Now, Graham kicks to himself, gains about 5 or 6 metres. A thumping drop punt by the Geelong fullback up towards the wing, off the hands of Hannah. It spills to the consistent cat in Pickering. Pickering kicks the ball in towards half forward. Coming out is Hickmont, can't mark. It spills out towards the boundary. Sexton overran it. Ball picked up by Tudor. Sees a player, and it's Minch, who's marked at centre half forward for Geelong. 45 metres out. The lead from Ablett. He goes this way, that away. Silvani stalking him, doing well. Ablett leads and goes back to the goal square.
He's a big kick, this bloke.
Here he comes. The drop punt by Mensch. Here's a good kick. He's put it through. So the Cats have got 2 in about 3 minutes. We played 26 minutes in the first term. And Geelong now settling and coming back. Carlton 4-4-28. Geelong 2-4-16.
Right. And they're right in the game now. Close to quarter time. Madden favoured by the bounce. Thumps it forward for the Blues. Rice slips over going in after the ball. Gets a paddle hoping for Hannah. Riccardi's closed the door on him. Fraser Brown at the foot of the pack. Gives it to Rice, who delays a hand pass. Kicks into half forward. Front position Williams. Tries a paddle. Gets it to Bradley. 45 out. Kicks at goal and misses. And there have been surprising misses at either end of the ground. Carlton 4-5. Geelong 2-4 at the 27-minute mark. Crackers.
You're going to get that in grand finals, especially in the first quarter. There'll be plenty of points kicked, but they're back in it now, Geelong. I'm glad I didn't get off the bandwagon, just got down to have a drink.
News from the Weather Bureau, a narrow band of rain that should cease in about 10 minutes' time. So good news. We're coming up to quarter time. The kick by Graham from full back, after that behind from Bradley. No one can mark. Brown went up, kick off the ground by Hannah. It's okay to Rice. Rice a backwards hand pass to Brown of Carlton, who kicks it towards the forward pocket. Up goes Pearce, can't mark. Mansfield there contesting. Players over the top of Mansfield. The ball squeezes out towards the boundary, and Tanner knocks it out towards the boundary. And Pearce saying to the field umpire, Darren Goldspink, that could have been deliberate. I think it was, but the field umpire gave him the benefit of the doubt. Carlton 4-5, Geelong 2-4. Close on quarter time in the grand final. The boundary throw in, knocked down by McGrath. Geelong straight to Couch. Couch of the Cats kicks the ball out beautifully towards the half-back line, which marked by Riccardi, who's just quelling Hannah a little bit after being moved a short time ago. He takes the mark and kicks to Barnes. Barnes takes the mark on the wing. Hand passes backwards, but effectively back to Riccardi from whence it came. He delivers to Tanner on the defensive side of the centre. He's been forced to play on. Tanner of Geelong kicks towards Mensch again. The glove one goes up, can't mark this time. Skirting the pack there is Tudor. The ball punched out towards Brown of Geelong. Good work there by Hogg. He sockers the ball across the half-back line in defence for the Blues, and it's out of play in front of the MCC members. 28 and a half minutes first quarter. Geelong 16, Carlton 29.
Close to time, perhaps 90 seconds left first term. Mensch and Madden in ruck. Harry for Carlton gets a hand onto the ball at the foot of the pack. Spirited first quarter to the 95 grand final, which hasn't done too much to alter the perception that this could be one heck of a game. Carlton leading by 13 points, 4-5-29 to Geelong 2-4-16.
Rain falling, but not as heavy as before. And from the centre bounce is Madden, who gets the thump towards half forward, picked up by Brown of Geelong. Hand pass to Couch. In turn to teammate Scholl, who kicks the Cats forward. Punch away by McKay at half forward. Picked up by Brownless, gets out of a tackle, gets the hand pass across to Brewer. In turn a forehand pass to Couch. He's on his wrong side, kicks with his right boot out towards the half forward flank, where it's marked by Barnes. Barnes 48 metres out, kicks it towards goal for Geelong, and he hits the post and through for a behind. Rain getting heavier, but we've heard from the Bureau, and it's only temporary. Geelong 2-5, Carlton 4-5.
It's the band not looking all that narrow just at the moment.
There's a bloke building an arc down there.
Silvani to put it back into play. It's normally been Christou. He goes short to McKay just in front of Tudor. Then he marks in the back pocket. It was vulnerable territory if he hadn't held on. Now he switches play to the other side, where Sexton has given him good position. Good effort by Hickmott to make it a contest. But Christou there to give Carlton 2-on-1. Takes the hand pass. Searches for his mate Koutafidis on the wing. But the ball slides away from him to the boundary line for a throw-in. So it's 50-50. Ball on the southern side. A minute and a quarter into the second term. Carlton 4-5. Geelong 2-5 in the 95 grand final.
Just two kicks in it. Boundary throw in. Great southern stand. Up they go. Knocked down by Madden, who too missed Williams, his target. Fraser Brown is out there battling with, let me see. It looks like Tanner. Yes, he picks it up for Geelong. Kicks up towards half forward. Brownless goes up. Can't mark. Off the pack. Picked up by Bradley of Carlton. Kicks wide of the centre. It's marked there by Ratton. He plays on those. Clappe kicks it towards half forward. Up goes Kernahan. Can't mark. I think he might have tried to knock it down to Pearce, who takes it. Goes on a wide arc. Straightens up. 40 metres out. Pearce fires for goal. And he's offline and through for a behind. And Brad Pearce has kicked 1 goal too so far in the grand final. 2 minutes in, second term. Carlton 4-6. Geelong 2-5.
Plenty of opportunities at either end. Not easy to nail under pressure. Graham goes slightly southern side with a long ball. Barnes is his target. He's outmarked by Koutafidis. Great effort. 70 metres out. Kernahan starts to go. Koutafidis is after him. Pickering chops it off bravely. Gutsy stuff. At the full shoal. Hand pass to Riccardi. Right southern falling. Open goal. He's put it through. Tremendous smother by Earl Spalding. Gives Carlton a 19-point lead. They're 5-6-36. Geelong 2-5-17, and that was inspirational, Rod Austin.
It certainly was, and when Earl Spalding was recruited to Carlton, there were a lot of doubts about why they would get a Melbourne player who did struggle, but to his credit, he's been a terrific player this year. He played with a broken scaffold all last year and virtually couldn't train and had his hand in plaster, and Earl Spalding's displaying skills and talent that no one thought he had, and it's terrific to see from his point of view that he's really fought back and become a very good player.
Good word from Lee Matthews.
Yes, well, I mean, the first goal of each quarter is really important, and that Carlton has continued the momentum and has given them just a nice little break.
Carlton 36, Geelong 17. Umpire Goldsmith back in the middle of the MCG. Very deliberate as he prepares for his bounce, and it's not the bad one. The ruckman wait for it. Won by Madden. Knocks it forward for the Blues, but taken by McGrath. Runs through the centre for Geelong. Kicks the ball up towards half forward. A lead from Hickmott. Good mark in front of Christou. He's marked about 55 metres out from goal on a 45-degree angle. Started interchange and came on the ground midway through the first term. Now dropping back in the goal square for Geelong is Ablett and also Brownless. Now the ground level players, no one down there at all. So they'll have to rely on a mark. As Hickmott comes in from 52, it's a high ball. Someone will have to mark it. It won't carry. Off the pack. Kick off the ground almost by Ablett. He couldn't get his toe to it as the ball just took it off break and ran away from his toe as he tried to work it to the left. And it's through for a behind to Geelong. Geelong 2-6-18. Carlton 5-6-36.
The people who handle such things are sufficiently concerned about the narrow band of rain to have turned on the lights at the MCG, and we have a night grand final. The lights are on in the second quarter. Carlton by 3 goals. It's not quite happening yet for Ablett. Silvani short to McKay again in the back pocket. Now will he switch it again? He goes back to the goal square and Silvani, who runs away. Tudor bearing down. Silvani delivers perfectly to Dean. Mark and a hand pass to Christou. Good pressure from Hickmott. Forces him wide. He swings his kick to the wing where there's a bit of shepherding. Koutafidis as the Catmen let it go. Runs away with the footy. Poor kick into half forward. Mopped up by Mansfield, who kicks to the centre for Geelong. Pickering has to wait for it to bounce. He's got the ball in his bootlaces. Gives it to Hocking. Strong tackle, Spalding. It spills to Clappe. Kicks to Kernahan. Too far for him. Graham 2 grabs. It was touched by Kernahan. It's no mark. Graham doing very well. Cool. Comes away with the ball. Kicks to the centre line and finds Hickmott as the Cats survive a moment of peril.
Carlton 5-6. Geelong 2-6. The kick by Hickmott in towards the middle. It's marked there by Brewer. Still in the middle of the MCG for Geelong, kicking towards the punt road goal. He goes sideways out to Brown. Actually gave away some distance for Brown. Takes the mark, runs in towards half forward, delivers down towards Ablett, but punched away by Silvani. In front of the pack there is Mensch. Hand passes back to Ablett. He gets a high ball and it's going out towards the boundary. Silvani, like a goalie, takes a beautiful mark just before the boundary. No, it came out. Or was it Chris? No, it was Silvani. A boundary throw in, 35 out from Geelong's goal. Right forward pocket, punt road end. Up goes Brownless with Madden in ruck. Madden knocks it to the side. It goes down to Fraser Brown. Hand pass to Bradley. He's tackled, loses possession. Good tackling there, I think, by Hickmott. Hickmott gets the hand pass to Tudor. His kick is smothered off to boot. It's still 70 out from Geelong's goal. Picked up by Bradley, shoveling a hand pass to Koutafidis. Breaks clear off half-back. And the Couta kicks the ball wide of centre, but Riccardi dropping back in the hole between centre half-back and centre for Geelong has taken the mark.
And he's on top of Hannah. He chips to Barnes, who gives it back to Riccardi. Running to the centre circle. He chips low into Couch. Pretty well subdued thus far. Couch between centre and centre half forward. He kicks towards Brownless. A couple against him, and he can't hang on to the mark. At the fall, the Blues defence comes from all points of the compass. Paddle out towards the boundary line, and Christou finishes the job for the moment by taking it over. A throw in right forward pocket, 30 metres around for the Cats. Almost 7 minutes in, 5-6 to 2-6. The Blues by 3 goals in the grand final.
Boundary throw in, 35 out from Geelong's goal. Up goes Mensch, knocks the ball to the front of the pack to McKay. He's tackled, but gets a hand pass to Bradley of Carlton. He in turn the hand pass to Sexton at centre half back. Gets the Blues out of trouble. Drives up towards the middle of the MCG. Riccardi punches the ball away. Sholey did from Rice. He's picked up by Gary Hocking. Goes short. Oh, great mark. Taken by Koutafidis. Then spoils it with a bad hand pass. Picked up by Colbert, but his kick is poor also. And it's marked by Madden in the back pocket or half-back flank for the Blues. Touches the ball on the ground and kicks the ball out towards the wing.
Badly placed, though, by Madden. Mensch gives a hand pass to Colbert. Now another to Pickering, who leans back, kicks in towards half-forward. Sexton in front of Brownless. Brownless over his shoulder. Advantage to Carlton as Bradley streaks away and has a couple of bounces with the slippery ball. Kicks into half-forward. Too far for Pearce. And Mansfield, that fine defender, takes the mark, picks himself up and plays on, runs away, kicks back into half-forward. Brownless, one grab, can't mark. Sexton doing a mighty job. Off the pack, Ratton, out to the wing, too far for Hannah. Riccardi close to the boundary line. Support comes from Scholl. Hand pass to Riccardi. The Cats putting it together well. Hand pass to Graham, running off Kernahan. Kicks into half-forward. Ablett arriving late. Madden takes the mark. at centre-half back. And how many has he taken, Jack? About his normal match quota by 10 minutes into the second quarter. 4 marks to Madden. We're 8 minutes second term. Carlton by 3 goals.
Madden, that centre-half back. Oh, I think it was touched there by the man on the mark. Brownlist. It doesn't travel far. Play on as Rice got it. Handball across to Hogg of Carlton. Kicks to half forward. Good mark. Clappe of Carlton in front of his opponent in Brown. He's on the attacking side of the centre. Still about 2 kicks out from goal. Kernahan leads out towards the pocket, but so does Pearce. He's got a break on Mansfield. And Pearce has marked outside 50. Left half forward flank to the City goal at the MCG. The main scoreboard end. Pearce now tries to bomb it in. There's nobody home, and Kernahan stretches for it. Comes off his fingers and goes right across the face of goal. A boundary throw in right forward pocket at the main scoreboard end, deep in Carlton territory. It'll be Graham in ruck with Kernahan. Up they go in ruck, and it's hard to tell who got the best of that. It goes to throw the pack to Koutafidis. Might have been grabbed without the ball. Clappe pursues it out to the boundary. Gets a good hand pass to Ratton. Ratton a good hand pass to Williams, who dropped the spillage. It was pretty slippery, but Williams taps the ball beyond him out towards centre-half forward. Was picked up by Hannah. No, it's not. Good tackle by McGrath, but Hannah picks it up. A left foot wobbly kick. It's found Ratton, but doesn't travel too far. Ratton gets the hand pass to Williams. Williams back to Ratton. Kicks in towards Fraser Brown, but has been chopped off by Colbert near the cricketer's gate. And there'll be a boundary throw in the forward pocket for the Blues, who lead 5-6-36. Geelong 2-6-18.
Carlton attacking hard, desperately trying to set something up there. They still have a chance. It's 50-50 in their right forward pocket. Kernahan rucks down to Fraser Brown. Off to Williams. He can have a snap from the pocket, and he has hit the post. Its line looked good off the boot. It just faded away a little. And it's a minor score. Carlton 5-7, Geelong 2-6. Lee Matthews, let's hear from you 10 minutes into the second term.
Well, both defences are on top at the moment, really. Koutafidis on the wing. He outmarked Barnes, the opposition ruckman, then Crum to Rowe with the next possession. He's a very complete player.
Now, Graham plays onto himself, comes out towards the men beside, and Riccardi drops down in front of Hannah and takes the mark on the halfback flank. Greg Williams on the mark. Riccardi, left foot kick. Looks down the ground, looking for Colbert, goes up, can't mark, collides for Sporting. The spillage picked up for the Cats by Couch, who goes short in towards centre-half forward. The mark taken by Brown, delivers by hand to Mensch. Mensch goes into a lead from Hickmott, and Hickmott is marked 45 metres out directly in front. Now, they made a change with Brownless, who cannot take a mark. No, he's walking across to centre-half forward. Just thought for a split second they might have moved Billy to a forward pocket.
He's getting chopped up, Peter, Billy, by Sexton.
Hickmott, 40 metres out to bring it back to 2 goals. Drop punt is straight. Oh, no, it hit the post. Looked to be okay off the boot, and it just drifted out to the left. Hit the post about quarter way up. Carlton 5-7-37, Geelong 2-7-19. Second term, grandstand grand final around Australia, 11 minutes in.
A poster at either end. Carlton have kicked the only goal of the quarter. It's been tough and tight. We're 11 minutes in. Silvani thinks about it a long time, then goes to Bradley. Great spoil, Gary Hocking. Couch had the chance but slipped over. Ratton mops up for the Blues. Sweeps a hand pass in the McKay direction. He runs off 50 from the half-back flank. Kicks to the centre line, and Koutafidis has been superb so far. He kicks in towards Rice's lead, and the former Saint, back from 2 knee reconstructions, marks. He kicks towards Dean, who's run into enemy territory at half forward on his own. Takes a while to find the ball. Goes for Kernahan. Too far for him. Williams at the spill. And now Spalding to Madden. Open goal for Big Harry. That excited the Carlton crowd. Again, they're out to a 4-goal lead. 6-7-43 to Geelong, 2-7-19, 12 minutes in. Let's hear from Tommy Hafey this time.
Yes, you've mentioned Koutafidis. He's been absolutely sensational getting the ball up there. But Peter Dean ready to run up the field. And that's probably typical the way the Blues are playing, because it's capped off with a hand pass to Justin Madden. He doesn't kick goals like that as a rule, but by gee, he's playing a game of his life there today.
The Blues by 4 goals, and Barnes has been reasonably quiet. Centre bounce, he gets the tap it straight up in the air off his knuckle, taken by Colbert. Quick hand pass to Brown of Geelong, who drives in towards half forward. The ball on the bounce and skims past Mensch. A chance here for Tudor. Picked up by Brewer, tackled. Can he pick it up? No, backtracks. Knocks the ball out towards the pocket to Tudor. McKay pursuing him. McKay will need a bit of help, and the ball is worked over for a boundary throw in. Gee, the gate was half open a couple of times there for Geelong. About 35 metres out, they just couldn't nail it. The Blues lead by 24 points midway through the second term. in the grand final of 95. A boundary throw in. Brownless in ruck with Madden. Madden pounds it straight up near. Taken by Gary Hocking. Has a pot shot for goal. It's going out towards the pocket. In fact, it drifts out. It's not like him to miss those. He missed absolutely everything. And it's going to be a free kick for out in the full to be taken by Craig Bradley.
Silvani starts to move, anticipating he might be able to slip away from Ablett, but Ablett saw it. Bradley back pocket. Takes a long time. Very long time. And eventually goes long. Out beyond the 50. High ball. Spalding up in the defensive half. Madden almost took another mark. At the full. Strong tackling by Koutafidis. Geelong man with the footy brought down ruthlessly but fairly. And there'll be a ball up. It was Pickering. It's about 80 metres from Geelong's goal, between the southern wing and their right half forward flank. Almost 14 minutes second term. Carlton are 4 goals in front. From the pack, it's Koutafidis again. A hand pass to soulmate Christou. Left foot kick into half forward. Spalding and Rice both let it go. McGrath helps it to Scholl, but there's a free kick to Spalding, who finished up on his knees. Now Rice runs into space. That's where Spalding goes, and he hangs on to a good mark. They were coming at him from either end, but he's a tough little nut. He does not shirk the crunches, and Dean Rice has marked 45 out. He'll kick from 50. It was a mark or a free kick by the look of the replay on the board, but the umpire did pay the mark. It was Hayden Kennedy.
He's a special, Rice, Tim.
He lines them up. And this for a 5-goal break, it would be very handy. The kick is on its way. The goal umpire watches closely and says it is good. And the Blues have opened their biggest break. 7-7 to 2-7. They're 30 points in front at the 15-minute mark of the second term. Crackers.
Yes, they're starting to play very, very good football. They're moving the ball down to the forward line very quickly. They're starting to create options. Lovely mark, gutsy effort by Dean Rice, and credit to himself, and really had a go and turn around and kick the goal. He is a special, Peter, when he's that far out. He doesn't miss those. They have really got the pressure on the Cats now.
The Blues by 30 points, 15 minutes in the second term. Barnes wins. He's got to do better. Taken by Hocking, runs into trouble. Good tackle, Koutafidis to add to his stats. And there'll be a ball up between centre and centre half forward for Geelong. Barnes having a word to the Geelong runner who delivered a message. It might have been Tudor off and Handley on. Yes, it was.
Hogg's coming off.
Hogg's coming off as they match up. Now there's the ball up at half forward for the Cats, and Madden put his body in the way. Barnes couldn't get it. Picked up by Ratton. Kicks the ball to a man just on Manton. It's intercepted on the bounce by Hanna. Hanna on the wing on the member side goes short to Rice, and Rice of Carlton takes the mark. Fraser Brown into space. He'll need, yes, he got a bit of a break on Pickering and takes the mark about 65 metres out. Now he just leans back. Good pass to Kernahan, who marks right in front of the cricketer's gate, 40 metres out, a couple of metres in from the boundary. The Blues lead by 5. They could wrap it up here in the next 10 minutes before half-time, but they can rattle on another couple of goals. Now Kernahan looking for a short pass to Williams, but he'll have a shot. It's a good-looking kick. It's just off. Gee, it had high hopes in flight, but just drifted away to the left at the last moment. 16 minutes in second quarter. Carlton 50 and Geelong 19.
They've dominated this term. Graham sits it up short to Paul Brown, who marks between fullback and halfback. Try to just manipulate it around and then break clear. He goes sideways to Mansfield, who runs around Pearce, drives long to the centre line, and Barnes. Good attempt to mark, but at the fall, that man Koutafidis off to Christou, woofing it into half forward. Kernahan with the run at it. Takes the mark at the second bite, like a champion. 40 metres out, directly in front this time. This is the sort that he should kick, but he doesn't always. A big kick here. They're 31 points in front and attacking with a full head of steam. Kernahan doesn't take long. Short approach, kicks and puts it through. The skipper has 2, and he might well have a sniff of victory in his nostrils even before half-time, because the Blues have broken to a 37-point lead. 8-8-56 to Geelong 2-7-19. Curly Austin.
This is a very well-disciplined Carlton side. Things like punching from behind, Koutafidis, then down to Kernahan. And their forward line is very open. They're playing in front and creating havoc by running into space all the time.
Ablett goalless for the Cats so far. 56-19, 18 minutes second term. Bell back in the middle, won by Barnes, taken by Ratton. Gary Hocking had it for a moment, picked up by Colbert, got it across to Couch, but he's mob tackled in the middle of the MCG, and there'll be a secondary ball up. Umpire Peter Carey.
Been very quiet, Gary Hocking.
Well, he made his presence felt in the first 70 seconds or so. From the ball up, Madden knocks it behind to Ratton, had it then lost it. Colbert had it picked up by Hickman of Geelong, dribbles the ball by foot to Brewer, can't find the handle for the ball. Shades of North Melbourne, picked up by Bradley though, kicks the ball to Clappe, who's ridden to the ground after taking the mark. Ridden by Paul Brown. Clappe takes the mark, gives the hand pass to Christou. Christou from the half-forward flank goes in towards the pocket to Pearson. Mansfield. Mansfield takes him to ground. Pearce is going to get a free kick. Another Carlton player down too. That was Dean Rice, but he gets up, takes out his mouth guard, and Pearce has got the free kick 50 metres out. Centering kick looking for Kernahan. Can't mark. Goes behind to Spalding. The ball at centre half forward for the Blues. Picked up by Kernahan. A little half distance kick. Might have been touched off the packet. It was taken by Scholl. Gets the hand pass out towards Tanner. Tanner of Geelong. The hand pass to Barnes. Barnes going at half pace today. I'm not sure he's out of sorts. Barnes goes by hand to Scholl. Scholl kicks the ball to centre half back where it's marked by Colbert. Carlton 8-8. Geelong 2-7.
Just forward of defensive 50. Colbert sits it up. Just carries the centre line. McGrath's up in attack and he's outmanoeuvred and outmarked by Manton. Coming off the bench, making his presence felt straight away with the strong Shepherd, and now a fine mark. Goes for Rice, who is wreaking havoc on the half-forward line in this quarter. Spalding goes, so does Pearce. He goes for Pearce out near the boundary. Mansfield a hand on the ball, takes it over the line for a throw-in. Almost 20 minutes in, second term, Carlton 8-8. Geelong 2-7. The Blues by 37 points have kicked 4 goals to none in this quarter. At the throw-in, Spalding and Handley share it down to Clappe. He is besieged and there'll be a ball up just inside Carlton's 50. Up, Geelong had it, they've lost it. Spalding tries to find Fraser Brown with a hand pass, taken away from him over the line. A throw-in just a touch outside Carlton's 50.
He's pretty much underdone, Tim. He's only had about a quarter and a half in 7 weeks. Hinkley, the boundary throw in. Up they go. No one really got the tap. The ball goes behind. Picked up by Clappe. Gives the hand pass back to Ratton. His kick comes off the body of a Geelong player, but goes to half forward. Mansfield was held. No, he wasn't held. He was held, but there's no free kick. And Kernahan's kicked a goal. And that was very bad luck for Geelong. As the Geelong players come from all points of the compass and remonstrate with field umpire Hayden Kennedy, who put his hands up as if to say, I didn't see anything. A poor decision. It cost Geelong a goal, but they're way behind by 7 at the moment. Carlton 9-8, Geelong 2-7.
3 points. That's what they got it out to at about this stage of the night final last weekend. From the ball up, they're into attack again. Bradley to half forward. No one can mark in a 2-on-2. Paul Brown emerges with the ball, chips a little pass and finds Colbert just behind the centre line for the Cats. 21 and a half minutes. They desperately need a couple before half-time. Short pass to Pickering. Pickering in towards half-forward. Barnes is his hope. He knocks the ball on. Brewer can run onto it. Close to the boundary line in the pocket. Centering kick was clever. Didn't find a target. McKay tries to cover. Knocks it to the boundary. Ablett brought down. Picked up by Silvani. Hand pass in hope. 30 metres but to nobody. Gary Hocking. Kick straight to Barnes. To Brownless. Hand pass to Couch. Sprays with the left boot towards goal and puts it through. And the Cats pull one back at the 22-minute mark. In fact, very similar chronology to last week, Jack Cameron. Carlton 9-8-62, Geelong 3-7-25, 22 and a quarter minutes in. We might go to Bobby Skilton.
The bounce to restart play. Up goes Madden, knocks it Carlton's way to Ratton. Ball through the middle. No one in his path at all. Goes short and finds Pearce, who'll get a push in the back. A free kick for a push. And poor old Mansfield, he can't do a thing right. He should have got a free kick a moment ago that resulted in Kernahan's goal. And now he found himself out of position. The forward in front, the backman behind, and he went over the back of Pearce. And that was certainly a legitimate free kick to Brad Pearce, who's kicked 1 goal too. And this will be the very quick reply. It couldn't come any quicker. From the centre bounce, Madden down to Ratton to half forward, mark or free kick. And it looks like kicking a goal. He's 45 metres out. The drop punt on its way. It's heading up towards goal, and he's put it through. Pearce gets his second. 43 points the margin. 23 and a half minutes in the second term. Carlton 10-8-68. Geelong 3-7-25. David Mackay.
Oh, terrific work there by Ratton to get the ball out of the centre quickly, and a lovely pass to Pearce. Unfortunately for Geelong, they could only interfere and give Pearce the free kick, but a lovely finish off by Pearce for his
6 goals to 1. Peter Carey bounces the footy beautifully. Barnes and Hanley it is who wins doing the ruck work and wins down to Pickering. Hand pass to Couch, forced onto the right boot. Good tackle, Manton. Hinkley mops up, gives it to Pickering, chips to Riccardi, who marks at the 50 for Geelong. But that's a long way out. That's where the man on the mark stands. They might need 2 kicks from there. He gets a call short from Pickering. Ignores that. Ablett starts a lead. Not with much conviction. Sideways kick now to Brewer. Still outside 50, in fact. Further out than Riccardi. Cats can't find a way home at the moment. Carlton's defence excellent in the first half. But we come to expect it. Now Brewer's going to unload. He's going to have a long one. Drop punt. He sprayed it out to the right. It'll land in the pocket. Barnes is there. They all flew up the pack. Koutafidis looks to have it covered. Tucks it under the arm. Then has to get a hand pass under pressure. And now another one to Williams was good. From the 50. Williams slides a kick out to the wing. First there, Paul Brown. Beats off Bradley. Did it well. A hand pass onto Brownless for a rare possession. Long ball. Up towards Ablett. Madden is there. No one can mark. Off the pack, the Carlton defence comes from everywhere. And they take it through for a behind. They're a magnificent unit. 10-8 to 3-8. 25 minutes second term.
The Blues by 42 points. Savani of Carlton finds Manton on the half-back flank. Goes around the wing, and Riccardi outmarks Hanna. Goes short by foot. It's been marked by Pickering. Runs up to 50. Goes for a long bomb in towards goal. Up goes Madden and fists it away and concedes a behind to the Cats. 25 minutes and 30 seconds second term. Geelong 3-9-27. Carlton 10-8-68.
Silvani with some good options. He chooses the short one to Christou, who has Manton and Sexton both looking likely. He goes for Manton. And the former bomber who missed out in 93 and didn't want to miss this year might not. He kicks towards the wing where Handley goes a big spoil against Spalding's marking attempt and puts it over the boundary line for a throw-in between the members' wing and the Cats' left half forward flank as they go to the punt road end in the second term, which has been a bad one for them. Barnes rucks with Madden. Madden the only hand on the ball, but it's Gary Hocking who has the footy. His kick is forced sideways. Colbert under it stands his ground bravely and takes the mark for Geelong. Quick hand pass to Hocking. Untidy hand pass to Paul Brown, who's doing well. Shrugs a tackle. Kicks limply into half forward. The defence has it covered, but Dean runs into trouble. Oh, it's a high tackle. He's lucky. It was a strong effort from Brewer, brought him down. But umpire Kennedy said he got him high. Dean kicks long in the Madden direction. Pickering against him. Harry had 2 bites, couldn't mark. Pickering sure-footed. A hand pass to nobody. McKay to Williams, to Ratton. Searches with the left-hander towards Hanna. But Couch gets a hand in the way. To Riccardi, to Gary Hocking on hands and knees. And now to Pickering. Here's a chance. Quick kick. Door open to Hickmott. Dean arrives and makes a mighty thumping spoil over the boundary line. Hanna dominant in the first quarter up now. Camporeale, his first taste of grand final football, comes on to pick up the troublesome Riccardi.
27 minutes in, the Blues by 41 points, and the replay showed that decision on Peter Dean was a good one. It was a fair one to the Blues. Boundary throw in left half forward flank for the Cats. Up goes Hickmott, punched the ball towards the boundary, and it's out of play, still 40 metres out. Score check in the grand final. It's Carlton 10-8-68, Geelong 3-9-27, and the Blues going for their 16th straight victory this year. Boundary throw in, Barnes tries to flick it, but he knocks it the wrong way. It comes out towards the wing. He's knocked it about 25 metres the wrong way. Helped on by Boot to Ratton up towards the wing right below us. Picked up by Brown, who's done well this quarter. Brown of Geelong kicks to half forward. The ball taken off the pack by Riccardi. There's a man in the forward pocket by himself. Riccardi backs his judgment, goes long in towards goal, and he hits the post. And it's a behind. Geelong 13 scoring shots to 8, but they trailed terribly on the scoreboard by 40 points. 3-10-28 to Carlton 10-8-68.
Which makes the margin 40 points. The Cats raising an effort here close to time to try and pull back a couple. 28 would be a darn sight better than 40 at halfway. Now Christou takes a long time and then goes long. Madden and Sexton are both there, and Ratton waits down Sexton. What a fine, honest footballer he is. He takes a fine mark. Forward of half-back for Carlton. Hand passes to Williams, who's got leads from his half-forwards. He goes for Spalding and drills the ball, laces out into his chest. Spalding on the centre line. Pearce and Kernahan start to go. Spalding gets himself into a bother and kicks atrociously. Straight to Hocking. Pumping hand pass to Brownless in the centre. Loops it over the top to Pickering. Door open here. McKay puts him under some pressure. He goes to Ablett. Silvani makes a fine spoil. Down to Dean, who takes it out to the boundary and over. And this Carlton defence, which has risen to so many challenges during the year, has never been better. Geelong's half-forward flank at the 50, 29 minutes on the clock.
Yes, close to half-time here at the MCG. A boundary throw-in. Half-forward flank for the Cats. They really need one from the boundary throw-in. Up they go. Dean, nuisance value in the pack. It comes out somehow to Williams, who gets a hand pass to Coutafit. He's claimed by Colbert. He's forced a hand pass, but it's okay. Siren goes for half-time. Half-time in the grand final. Carlton lead by 40 points. There's the dust up in front of the Great Southern Stand. We'll get the glasses up. Oh, yes. Players on the ground underneath the six. Gary Hocking. Oh, it's all in now. There must be 5 or 6, 7 or 8 players involved. Players on the ground. There's stacks on the mill there. There must be about 6 players on the over a player. And the temper's flared. But if I was the Blue, I'd just pull back and just wave towards the main scoreboard and say, have a look at that, boys. We lead by 40 points at halfway. The players still scrapping, although it's getting better by the moment.
Just seen Ross duck down from the second level, Crackers, and he's waving the melee rule at them, I think.
Not good enough. It's upset his afternoon tea.
What's happened, Rod Austin?
Justin Madden's actually walked up the ground by himself, but it started. Coutafit was decked after the siren. I'm not sure who the Geelong player was. And
I think they went after Brownless.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it was
Brownless put Christou down.
Did he? Half-time in the grand final. Carlton 10-8-68. Geelong 3-10-28. The Blues, who led by 13 points at quarter-time, lead by 40 at halfway. The goal kickers for the Blues, as the teams leave the ground, and also the umpires here and the coaching staff of both teams and the training staff of both teams. For the Blues, 3 goals to Kernahan, 2 to Pearce, and singles to Williams, Spalding, Bradley, Rice and Madden. And they're pretty easy to find for Geelong because only 3 singles, and they are Couch, Riccardi and Mensch. Half-time in the grand final, Carlton 10-8-68, Geelong 3-10-28. The crowd of about 94 and 95,000 people about to be entertained during the half-time break, and we'll be entertaining you very shortly with our ABC football panel. But let's take a break for ABC News headlines.
Good afternoon, ABC News with Peter Lee. Australia's Foreign Minister Gareth Evans says he's received strong support at the United Nations for a planned resolution calling for an immediate halt to nuclear weapons testing. Senator Evans says all 35 foreign ministers he's spoken to reacted strongly to the proposal. Meanwhile, the Atomic Energy...
Yes, he waits. And
Free
now
kick to Williams
it's a free
against
kick to Williams. What's happened?
free kick against Colbert, who was hanging onto him
In the centre square.
Yes.
Okay, Williams of Carlton with the free kick. The first kick of the second half of the grand final. The Blues turn halfway, leading by 40 points. Kicks in towards half-forward. Bad disposal because Mansfield takes the mark, plays on, hurriedly plays on. Sees a player out wide, Riccardi marking in front of Hannah. Riccardi marks, pumps a hand pass to Pickering of Geelong. He's on the wing, wobbles the ball up towards half-forward. It comes off a couple of fingers. It goes Geelong's way, but it's out of play, about 60 metres out from goal. Left half-forward flank. The Cats are kicking to the main scoreboard end. I was about to say the rain had ceased. It did cease for about 15 minutes during half-time, but it's tumbling down again, but not heavy. Barnes goes up in ruck, knocks it down, taken by Manton. Riccardi takes the ball off his boot. He's also smothered his kick. The ball about 60 out from goal, picked up by Hinkley. Handball across to Riccardi. Riccardi kicks down towards Brownless, and he sockets the ball through. Oh, he's dragged to the ground or hit the post. Oh, that was bad luck for Brownless. He was wrestling with Sexton. Brownless had the front position, decided not to go for the ball. It was only a metre out. He went by Burt just to help it through, and it just slid a little to the left, and it's hit the post. Geelong 3-11, Carlton 10-8.
Great piece of improvisation, didn't quite come off. A little chip from Christou finds Bradley under the main scoreboard in the back pocket. Carlton by 39 points. Well, Gary Ayres played against the Cats when they stormed back from about this deficit against Hawthorn in 89. Bradley plays on, has a bounce and delivers to Dean, who had it and lost it. That was a mark he would normally take. Off the pack, Hinkley. He's besieged. Still ball 50-50. Handley's got it for the Cats. The big blonde gets a chip kick out towards the members' wing. Hickmott leads Christou. Christou right on him. Clever knock on Hickmott, but he can't keep it in play. And there'll be a throw in between the wing and the Cats' right half forward flank. 2 minutes in. Just a behind to Geelong. Carlton 10-8-68. The Cats are 3-11-29.
Yes, the Cats are desperate for the first goal. They almost got it a moment ago when Brownless hit the post in close range off his boot. From the boundary throw, and the ball goes behind, taken by Brewer of Geelong, who he gets a backward hand pass, a poor one to Tanner. He squirts a hand pass to Barnes. 15 free kicks to 4 up till half-time to the Blues. And the Cats have started the second half with a free kick to Tanner, who is being held. Kicks the ball right into centre half forward. Up they go. Good mark, Manton. Barnes went up and didn't even in the contest. Manton gets the hand pass to Sexton, running up from half-back. Kicks the ball out wide. The ball on the bounce to Pearce. It goes behind him. McGrath is there. Clappe is there too. Clappe does well. Hand pass, a poor one for Carlton. Picked up by Riccardi of Geelong. Goes short to Couch. And Couch takes the mark for the Cats on the wing. Sees the player further down the field. It's Brownless. He may get a few Bronx cheers. He's been very quiet up till half-time. In fact, he couldn't buy a mark up till half-time. He's taken the mark, kicks him towards Ablett in the forward pocket. Dean across his bow. Good work there. Good tandem work by Silvani and Dean. And the ball is out of play. 30 out from Geelong's goal. Beneath the big scoreboard, but the Cats into attack, trailing 68-29.
And starting as though they are utterly determined to get that first goal from the throw-in. Tanner had possession. He's dispossessed. Fraser Brown has a bit of the ball for Carlton. He's brought down. Another ball up 30 metres out from Geelong's goal. 3.5 minutes in. Still no goal. Geelong pushing, looking for that first one. And some momentum. Madden and Barnes, neither gets a hand onto it. Chance here for the Cats. Hinkley over the ball, looking to get a hand pass out. Christou steals it, back towards the boundary. Percentage option to Ratton. Off his boot, off Tanner's boot, out of bounds on the full. As Tanner came across him, Ratton kicked it and it ricocheted off the Geelong player's foot. Hand pass Ratton to Bradley. Long kick towards the centre line. Riccardi's pulled a hamstring as he was about to outpace Spalding. Spalding falls over. A hand pass finds McKay just forward of the wing. Into half forward for the Blues. Too far for Williams. Colbert outmanoeuvres him. McGrath takes it. Wrestles his way clear. Gets off a hand pass to Handley, who's doing some good work. Off half back. Kicks long around the southern wing. Mansfield from behind. Lovely judgment. Nice pair of hands. Outmarks McKay.
Tudor about to go on for Riccardi. It'll take a long time to come off because he's on the wrong side of the ground. The kick by Tudor to half forward. Marked by Barnes. Barnes 60 out. Kick straight into the man on the mark. That was Dean. Barnes on the ground. Dean explodes off half-back. Has one bounce. You might even have two. Runs his full measure. Kicks into Williams, who marks at centre half forward. Well, Johnny Barnes has played some terrific games this year, but this game he will love to forget as Riccardi limps off, as Williams kicks in towards full forward. The Kernahan unmarked. 12 metres out directly in front. A sorry sight for Riccardi. A sorry defensive sight there for Geelong, who unmarked Kernahan. And he'll kick his fourth goal from point-blank range. And this is the goal that the Cats have worked pretty hard for in the first 5 minutes to attain. Kernahan, punt road end, 15 metres out, leans back, drop punt, straight through the middle. And the Blues further in front. And the grand final of 95 Crackers is all over bar the shouting. Carlton 11-8-74, Geelong 3-11-29.
Yes, if you want to go now, you can. It was just a lovely bit of play, and you could almost see Geelong when Riccardi went and Graham didn't pick up Kernahan into the space, kicked a goal and just turned around. She's all over. They're a magnificent side, Carlton.
Peter, I think you'd agree they should have been kicking the goal. It was a very poor piece of play. He had Geelong players running down, and Barnes just didn't go back far enough, did he? Rebounded the goal.
Kernahan's fourth. The Blues by 45 points. 6 minutes in. At the bounce. Handley and Madden, and Handley wins. He's fighting hard for the Cats at the moment. Pickering hits the centre square hard, but his hand pass doesn't hit a target. Hannah diving over the ball. He has options. Bradley, now Ratton, into half forward. Pearce out-manoeuvres McGrath. He marks and runs on. He has a bounce. He's 40 out, lines them up, kicks badly and misses. That was a moment to really nail it. But it's a behind. Carlton 11.9.75, Geelong 3.11.29, 6.5 minutes.
Check out, boys, and see who's playing on Hannah on that outer side wing.
Tudor.
Tudor's playing on Hannah. Thanks, boys. Carlton 75, Geelong 29, 7 minutes in the third term. Now Graham runs to the edge of the goal square and then backtracks, kicks short. He's been outmarked by Williams Handley. It was meant for Handley. He went for the height, and Greg Williams has outmarked him. 35 metres out on a slightly worse than 45-degree angle. It was almost a free kick too in the finish as Handley grabbed him over the forehead. 16 possessions, Greg Williams. He'll cherish this if he puts it through. Here he is. The drop punt. It is straight through the middle. Another goal to Carlton. They're 12th. They're 12.9.81 as Lygon Street erupts. All the cafes up there and having their grand final parties, watching and listening to the game. Geelong 3.11.29, Carlton 12.9.81. Lee Matthews.
Well, Geelong have come out and gone man-to-man all over the field at the start of that quarter, just one-on-one all over the place. But with Carlton kicking those 2 goals, they've really got it in the bag now.
52 points and all the momentum with the Blues. At the bounce, Madden and Handley. Handley climbs high, Madden stands, waits and gets the tap and then roves it. Short kick to Spalding, who runs into trouble, wrestles a hand pass, but it's straight to Barnes of Geelong. He drives the Cats into half forward, where Christou outstrengths Hickmott. And Carlton playing above the ground now. The grand final, the flag is beckoning. Kick from Christou towards Silvani, running Ablett up towards the wing. Ablett brings him down, does well, runs onto the ball and scoops it to Brewer, who tries to break through, gets off a hand pass to Hickmott. No easy kicks for the Cats. Koutafidis picks it up, trickles it towards Madden. Koutafidis goes down and gives away a free kick. The ball is coming back. It's Brewer's ball just forward of the centre. 8.5 minutes. Carlton 12.9.81. The Cats are 3.11.29.
Brewer's got the free kick, goes short, then finds Handley, who takes the mark on the half-forward flank, draws McKay, tries to get a handball over the top, but they close from everywhere. In fact, McKay takes the hand pass. So poor was Handley's handball. And he was like a caged lion, McKay, as he just beckoned to the handball over the top. It was a feeble one, and the man behind McKay, a Geelong player, it didn't even find its mark. He stalked him, McKay. Good work. Carlton 81, Geelong 29. Boundary throw in. Madden knocks to the front of the pack. Ratton gets the hard ball out of the pack. Kicks the ball on the bounce out towards the wing. Right below is picked up by Spalding. He's taken over the line by Brewer. And he's going to be penalised, Spalding, for not making any effort to get rid of it. So Brewer's got the free kick. The Blues have kicked the first 2 goals of the second half. Just what the Cats didn't want. Brewer's short to Tanner. Some 15 metres down the field. He takes the mark. Now there's Barnes calling for it. Yes, he's marked about 75 metres out. The Cats struggling. The kick in towards Ablett. He's got the front position, but no, it's been spoiled there by Dean, who does well. And he recovers his own spoil for Carlton. Kicks the ball out wide, and Hannah takes the mark in front of Tudor.
Courageous defender who goes head-on with Gary Ablett coming the other way, but that's Dean. Hannah kicks towards the wing and delivers beautifully to Kernahan, who's come halfway up the ground. He's got Bradley calling inside. Started to go for him, then checked himself. Now he chips on a little pass just beyond the wing and finds Sexton. Tremendous running defender for Carlton. Great team player. Kicks high into half forward. Pearce from behind. It didn't look like it. At the fall is Bradley for the Blues. Thought about the hand pass to Koutafidis. Twists onto the right. Swings to Spalding in the pocket. Good spoil Handley. Bangs it back out towards the 50. Pearce versus Graham. And they take it to the boundary line over for a throw-in. Carlton's right half forward flank. 10.5 minutes into the third term. The Cats have only kicked 1 goal since quarter time, and Carlton lead them by 52 points.
Boundary throw in half forward flank for the Blues. Off the pack towards the forward pocket. Gary Hocking there tried to sock it. Missed the ball. Brown was there, picked up by Handley. He was legged, I thought, but no free kick. Got a hand pass to Gary Hocking. By hand gives it out wide, and it's taken by Brown, who kicks on towards the wing. Barnes now trying to get something going. Takes the mark, kicks it towards half forward. but the back line of Carlton has been absolutely superb. McKay comes in, outmarks a couple of them, kicks the ball on the bounce to Koutafidis. Well tackled there by Brewer. Koutafidis gets the hand pass away. Brewer pursues it, tackled by Koutafidis, who now takes the front position. He's outnumbered 2-1 Koutafidis, and very expertly just licks the ball flick over the boundary line for a boundary throw in front of the northern stand wing. Carlton 12-9, Geelong 3-11. The grand final on grandstand around Australia. The boundary throw in right below us. Madden knocks it down straight to Ratton. He was marked there by Lord. The ball on the ground. Ratton underneath it, tries to get it out. Taken by Couch. Smothered off the boot by Dean, who gets it across to Clappe. Clappe put past to Dean. Dean inspirational. Oh, he's been crashed after he kicks the ball, but he might kick a goal anyway. No, it's been marked by Greg Williams. No, he hasn't marked it, but he kicks the goal anyway after he gets up and places the ball over his left shoulder and pops it through. Oh, Carlton sensational. Williams gets his third. And the Blues are racing clear. We should have taken the even money 39.5 points for Brian Clark at half-time, Crackers. But the moment slipped us by. Carlton 13-9-87. Geelong 3-11-29. Bobby Skilton.
Yes, well, great play by Peter Dean. He's been an inspiration across that half-back line. He's smother and going on, and then Clappe, a beautiful little chip pass. It could have almost hand passed it just as far, but it was spot on.
At the bounce, Hanley climbs high, doesn't get a hand on the footy. Fraser Brown does. To Madden, to Bradley, over the top, a looper, to Hannah, on the bird. 70 metres out, it's coming back. Geelong's ball. Carlton tails are up now, Curly. They look full of confidence, and the Cats' head's starting to sag. And as Alan Jeans said to the Sunday Age last weekend in relation to blowout grand finals, it's not a final system that causes it, but once the team realises the dream is gone, the body manifests what the head harbours. Kick into half forward for Geelong. Liam Pickering takes it, gives a hand pass to Hinkley. Standing start kick to the goalless Ablett, who climbs high. Can't mark as McKay took it out of his hands and hand passes to Christou, who runs across the goal face. He has 3 bounces as he almost reaches the member's half-back flank. He doesn't have a target, so he professionally tunnels the ball 45 metres around the flank, and it slides over the boundary line for a throw-in between wing and half forward for Geelong. 13.5 minutes in. Carlton 3-0 in the term. The Blues lead by 58 points.
Boundary throw in right below us. Koutafidis up on Hanley. Interfered. No free kick to Geelong. Picked up by Spalding. Drives Carlton forward in towards centre half forward. The ball off the pack. Punched by Mansfield of Geelong in towards the middle. Spalding gets a bad bounce. Picked up by Couch. Couch now in the middle. Drives in towards centre half forward. Barnes comes out. Takes the mark. He goes back this time. Doesn't kick into the man on the mark. Down goes Ablett. Will he get a free kick for a push? No, he won't. As his maker, his minder, Silvani, gets a couple of bounces, kicks the ball outside half-back flank, kicks it out towards the wing, and it's been marked out there by Clappe. He plays on quickly for Carlton, kicks it towards centre half forward, too far for the lead for Kernahan. A chance here for Colbert and Williams. Williams has got the front position. The 2 number 2s doing battle as Williams knocks it out to Kernahan. Can't find the handle for the ball. Picked up by Graham of Geelong. Graham's kick out towards the wing. There's a bit of a breakout here for the Cats. If Tanner can pick it up, yes he can. Fraser Brown in hot pursuit. Tanner's kick up towards half forward as Brown infringed on Tanner after he delivered the ball, and the free kick further down the field to be taken by Brewer. Carlton 13-9, Geelong a woeful 3-11. A game of such high expectation has been a bit of a fizzer since quarter time. Now Brewer goes short to Hickmott, and he in turn goes short to Ablett, who's not in the game today. He's goalless at the moment. The ball on the ground, socket towards goal by Ablett. In comes Manton, taking the front position, Hinkley. Hinkley a hand pass to Pickering, doesn't get it in the way with Sexton. In goes Brownless, applies the tackle. There'll be a ball up in the right forward pocket. The Cats deep into attack, about 15 metres out from goal.
Can the Norm Smith medal go to the Carlton defence?
I don't know. I'd like Peter Dean.
At the bounce, Madden and Barnes, and Dean, the aforementioned, is in there down to Silvani, who might be a serious contender too before the day is done, to Christou, who bursts away out of defence, sweeps a hand pass to Hannah, runs onto it in full flight, spears towards Clappe's lead, and he takes the mark forward of the southern wing. Spalding starts to go. He swings a high left footer. Kernahan trying to get to it. Off the pack, no one touched it. Colbert looks to have Kernahan covered. Kernahan falls into his back. Clear free kick. to Geelong's Colbert between fullback and halfback. 16 minutes in, the Cats goalless again in this quarter thus far. Carlton have kicked 3 and they lead 13-9-87 to 3-11-29.
Brown's coming off for Campriali. Now the kick by Colbert across the half-back line, and it's been marked out there by McGrath. Or it's Hickmott, in fact, the other red-head, who kicks up towards the point of the square at centre half-back. And the mark is taken by Couch of Geelong. Plays on quickly around McKay. A wobbly L kick towards half-forward. It spills luckily to Gary Hocking. Hand pass to Mansfield. 60 metres out. Ablett leads in towards the pocket, but Mansfield's kick is out on the full. They can do no right, the Cats, as Hannah comes off. Scholl coming on. There might be the kick in the man on the mark, but Sexton gives the hand pass to Silvani. Kick off the ground by Ablett towards goal. There's going to be a free kick back on play as Tanner has towed it through. Now it's coming back, a free kick to Ablett, was it, Jack? To Carlton, to Sexton.
Hannah's off too.
They cannot score for the life of them. 3-11-29 to Carlton, 13-9-87. 17 minutes third term, and the grand final has been all over for quite some time.
3-1 to a behind in this term. Sexton kicks long and true out over half-back, and Koutafidis, who made the early running for that coveted medal, takes a lovely mark with those long arms of his. Fine judgment, plenty of height. He is a footballer of the 21st century. Chips to Brown, who marks for Carlton just behind the southern wing. 17 minutes in, third term. Brown kicks towards half-forward. Not a lot of carry on it. 2-on-1 against Spalding. At the full, Clappe. Limp hand pass. He has to go back and get it. He does. Gives it to Pearce. Standing start kick. Lands 30 metres out. Madden up. Got the hands on it. Couldn't mark. He takes the crumb. Gives it to Campriali, who kicks a goal. And has the goal umpire ducking for cover. Carlton 14-9-93. Geelong 3-11-29. And the Blues permit themselves now something of a celebration out there, because surely within all the discipline of a season's work, they realise now that the flag has won. They're 64 points in front. Lee Matthews.
Well, that's exactly hit it in one. I mean, just Carlton are just going away with it and playing great disciplined football. Defence still won't let Geelong score.
The ball back in the middle. Umpire Hayden Kennedy bounces the ball. Up goes Handley, knocks it down straight to Williams of Carlton. By hand gives it to the ruckman Madden. A thumping kick in towards full forward. Kernahan almost had it, one grab, not the second. Graham there, but tackled by Kernahan. Kernahan on ground, gets the hand pass across to Clappe. He gets it down to Brown. Fraser Brown, who didn't go off. He in turn the hand pass to Pearce. Pearce kicks it towards the forward pocket. Tudor first there, and Campriali pursues him. And Tudor now gets the handball over. And it's out of play about 35 metres around from Carlton's goal. The Blues are 14-9, and the Cats have the Blues at the moment. They're licking their wounds. 3-11, boundary throw in. Out towards the boundary it goes again. Campriali is there, not much pressure. Gets the good hand pass, taken by Ratton. 48 metres out, wobbles the ball in towards goal. It was touched just, I think, by Handley, as Spalding tried to shepherd through from about 8 metres out, and it's through for a behind to the Blues. Score check in the grand final on grandstand. Geelong 3-11, Carlton 14-9.
Almost 20 minutes into the third term. Carlton led by 40 points at half-time, and they have extended that lead to 65. And for the Cats, it is another very sad grand final day. Graham plays on and kicks long. Out over half-back, off a pack. Carlton dangerous again. Rice a long time to pick it up. Gives it to Madden. He's like a rover. From a standing start, 50 metres out. He sets it up. Up goes Clappe. Can't take the mark. Williams at the full. Didn't bounce for him. Taken away for the Cats by Scholl. Pumps a hand pass to Paul Brown. Clear of half-back. He gives it to Tudor. Running almost to the centre. He kicks it towards half-forward. Hickmott falls over. Christou's having a picnic. He goes for a run. Gives it to Campriali. Back to Christou. They're slow. Those legs are old crackers. They're running the Cats off the MCG. The kick into half-forward has been marked by Williams, 45 metres out.
There's a feeling that there could be some that substance that Kevin Sheedy was after a couple of years ago down at Hawthorn. Harkin might have taken a tub of it down there.
I don't know about that substance, but there might be a substance known as retribution up in the commentary box.
Retribution.
As Williams lines them up, he'll kick from 50. This tests him. He is so accurate. That set shot for goal earlier in the quarter from the angle was just perfection in itself. He took his time, he measured it off, and he split them. In he comes. from about 48. He goes for distance and he miscues it. It's a minor score. The Blues are 14-11-95. The Cats are 3-11-29. The difference is now 11 goals at the 21-minute mark.
Williams, 19 possessions. The kick in by Graham. He goes short and finds Barnes in the back pocket. He goes short, but on the bounce to Handley. Under pressure from Greg Williams. His hand pass. Handley goes to Lord. A floating hand pass for Lord of Geelong. Further down the field, it's taken by Scholl back on about 4 or 5 minutes ago. A shocking foot pass. It tries to give Couch the run at the ball, but he lost it. Good hip and shoulder there by Bradley. The ball comes to McKay. 4 Geelong players around him, and he still gets the hand pass to Christo. For mine, best on the ground, Christo so far. He's been sensational. Christo to Rice, but he's lost it. Picked up by Mansfield. Kicks to half forward. A chance for Hickmott. Goes short the Brownless. And Billy gets the easy one. And the Bronx cheers as well. And for the 4th time in 7 years, the Cats have to go back and face their fans in Geelong.
The Waverley factor, Peter.
It was only a training run, Crackers, last week. Here comes Brownless as Rice goes off. Drop punt from about 60, and it's out to the right. And Billy willing it home, wishing it home, but no, it was never going to go through from the time it left his boot. 22 minutes in third quarter. Carlton 14-11, Geelong 3-12. David Mackay, quick word from you.
Well, Carlton just too strong all over the ground, and Geelong demoralised. I feel sorry for them, but they've got to play it out. There's no other way out.
Whitehead on for the first time, I think. Curley for the Blues. He's been a tremendous performer for them this year.
Yes, very good player, very balanced, and it's good to see.
Christo goes short to Dean, about 15 metres up from the end of the goal square. Now Madden's lurking below the members, trying not to be spotted, which is a bit hard for him, but Dean goes short to Sexton, still inside the defensive 50. Played a wonderful game on Brownless. From between the back pocket and the flank. Kicks his drop punt, which skews a bit, and it falls short to Mansfield. Plays on, almost at the 50 when he kicks towards Ablett. Waits for it to bounce. Hooks for the left boot. Brownless alone in the goal square. This time Billy props, cops, goes for goal, and puts it through. The Cats get only their second since quarter time, and they still trail by 59 points, but 3 Geelong players run to Gary Ablett to give him a pat on the head and the back for a good team effort there to get the ball to Brownless. 14-11-95 Carlton. Geelong 4-12-36. Tommy Hafey.
Well, let's hope they can score a few goals to make it look a little bit interesting. But they're completely demoralised. This side's just too committed. The way that they've been.
Umpire Peter Carey bounces the ball to restart play after Brownless's goal. Knocked down by Tanner of Geelong. In towards the middle still. Picked up by Bradley. A floating hand pass. Bit dubious. Looked like a throw. It ends up inside 50. Knocked away by Barnes. But across the half-back line was picked up by his teammate in Judah. Judah for Geelong pumps a hand pass to Tanner. Tanner at centre half-back. A hand pass to Judah. Judah of Geelong kicks in towards the middle. Up goes Couch. Can't mark. Good work there by McKay. Gets the hand pass to Brown. It goes back to McKay. McKay's hand pass is picked up on the bounce by Bradley. Bradley on the run, kicks to 3 players, and one of the 3 is Greg Williams, who's marked 20 metres out. Williams has kicked 3 goals too, and about to kick his 4th. Williams' 4th mark for the quarter. He's played a very good game. He's had plenty of mates, plenty of helpers, plenty of buddies and friends down the field. Here he comes, 20 metres out, drop punt for goal, and he's put it right through. So they answer Brownless' goal within about 30 seconds or so. Williams 4, Kernahan 4, and Pearce 2, the multiple goal kickers for the Blues. So move to 15-11-101, Geelong 4-12-36.
Whitehead straight back off. Hogg is back for the Blues, so it's no picnic yet for David Parkin. Fraser Brown wins it out of the middle, puts Carlton into attack. Paul Brown had it, dispossessed. Williams a chance again, and Spalding putting his body on the line. Helps it to Clappe, now to Williams, now to Fraser Brown or Hogg. Hogg's got it, 40 metres out. He's dispossessed. Williams has got it back, gives it to Pearce on the non-preferred side. Swings it, Goldwood, and puts it through for his 3rd. The Blues can do no wrong. They are storming to their 16th premiership. 16-11-107 to Geelong 4-12-36. David Mackay.
Give Williams 4 out of those 6 points. What a magnificent individual effort there by Williams, just to fight his way on. Lost possession 2 or 3 times, but got it out eventually to a man in a good position, Pearce, and a lovely snap. But he deserves the 4 points.
Carlton 16-11, Geelong 4-12. Yes, 16 premierships, Tim. They and Essendon were tied on 15 before today. Now they take the lead. From the centre bounce, umpire Carey says over the shoulder to a player, and it's going Madden's way. Gee, must have been a high tackle to reach up there. Can you see his step ladder out there at all, Crackers?
An aeroplane tackle.
I think so. It must be a helicopter. Yeah, the kick by Madden from the centre down towards centre half forward. Kernahan almost had it, takes the ball to ground, knocks it out towards Spalding, but picked up by Gary Hocking. He's been very quiet by hand. He gives it to Hinkley. Hinkley of Geelong kicks the ball wide of centre. It beats the pack. A chance here for Brewer. Runs onto it. Open goal. Steadies. 40 metres out. Will it get the distance? It does, as it beats Sexton home for a goal to Geelong, kicked by Shane Brewer. So the Cats get their fifth. They're 5-12-42 to Carlton 16-11-107. Lee Matthews.
Well, I just was thinking before, Greg Williams has just become, we used to have to play midfield or almost have to be off the ground, but he's become just a small marking forward, finding space, setting up down there. His contribution in this quarter particularly has just been magnificent.
Yes, the hand was forced by the 93 grand final and then the fade out last year, and the problems on the field. The three-quarter time between the coach and two of his midfielders. Williams not wanting to budge. It's worked out a treat. At the ball up, there'll be another bounce just outside the centre circle. It's become a masterstroke. Out of adversity comes opportunity or whatever, and it certainly worked that way for Carlton. Almost 28 minutes third term. Handley goes high, but Madden standing his ground, takes it out of the air. Gives it to Koutafidis. He's a strong young man. Kicks into half forward after shaking off the tacklers. Straight to Barnes, who kicks back to Handley in the middle. Barnes is centre half back for Geelong. Handley almost sideways. Puts it into good hands, though, in Mansfield. Right footer in towards Pickering at half forward, and he marks 30 metres out directly in front. As the goal's just starting to flow a bit for the Cats, with Carlton perhaps just easing the pressure on the stranglehold. Liam Pickering playing up on the half-forward line, it seems now, and lining up the sticks after Carlton's midfield took control of the game early on. And that was where it was felt that perhaps Geelong might have an edge, especially on the big ground, Peter, as Pickering kicks at goal, and the Cat fans seem to like it, as he kicks their sixth. But it's still the Blues by 59 points, 16-11-107 to 6-12-40.
Blues by 59 points, 29 minutes. It's almost three-quarter time. Centre bounce. Tanner goes up with Madden. It's won by Handley, who drives Geelong forward. And as they go for it, the siren goes. At three-quarter time, it's Carlton 16-11-107. Geelong 6-12-14-95 is underway at the MCG. The Blues a stranglehold on the grand final, leading by 59 points. Handley the centre bounce, couldn't get it out to anyone. The ball's still in the middle, picked up by Couch. Kicks the wrong way, but it's okay. It's taken there on the full by Mansfield. It kicks to half forward, and the mark is taken by Mensch, who's taken to the ground by Peter Dean. There's no 15. Mensch takes the mark wide of centre and becomes a hand pass. He's hurt himself too, Mensch. To Couch, he might have to hand pass back to Mensch, who was in a bit of pain. Yes, he is in pain. He's got blurred vision at the moment. He hand passes to Tudor, who kicks to centre half forward. Hogg is put down with a hip and shoulder from, was it Mansfield who came through? It was. And there's 50 to Carlton. Well, frustration in the first 45 seconds of the final term. Mansfield is not that type of player, but showing his frustration and giving Hogg a hip and shoulder well and truly after he'd taken the mark at centre half back. A pretty short hole, 52. It takes him up to the middle, where it's marked by Kernahan. A little shade there of against North Melbourne in the final term when Kernahan took the mark close to the goal, but still very important after North came back late in the third term that Carlton kicked that first goal in the final quarter against North, which they did by a mark and lead from Stephen Kernahan. He'll kick from 52, so he should just about nail it. He's kicked 4 goals, 1. I think in that game he kicked around about 4 goals, 5. He can be pretty iffy, as we know. From 52, the drop punt by the skipper is on its way, and it certainly is iffy. It's out to the left completely. It's missed everything. It's out on the full. Free kick to Geelong, taken by Johnny Barnes,
who chips to Tanner between the pocket and the flank. He hand passes inside to Hinkley, back to Tanner, who crosses 50 and kicks up to the southern wing. Bradley outmanoeuvres Gary Hocking, who puts him down. That'll be 50. And the frustration is really showing now. That was ridiculous. And that will bring Bradley to within range as umpire Goldspink trots Hocking to within not much more than 45 metres. Bradley kicking from 50.
You give him a good share of 50 then, Tim.
Abbott's up the ground too, Tim. I'm not sure where he's playing. Well, they might be chasing Silvani.
Silvani's giving a lead. Yep. He is really driving home the advantage, trying to grab the opportunity. What a magnificent player he's been for the Blues, and never better than this year. 2 victories over Carey and a couple over Ablett this season. Where does that rank Silvani among the present-day crop of league footballers? Bradley kicks from the 50. Lovely looking drop punt is all the way home. And the Blues get the first of the last quarter. And I'm sure they went out hunting for that to make absolutely certain of it. Bradley second, Carlton 17-11, 113, Geelong 6-12, 48. And that Joyce Brown's a real pro, Tommy. I said to her at three-quarter time, I think the Blues have got it, Joyce. She said it's not over yet. And she might remember you and Carlton in 1972 when you were 50 points down at three-quarter time. And 15 minutes into the last quarter, you looked a chance.
We did look a chance, and I can remember an interception from the great Bruce Dool finished the game there and then. I can recall it well.
The Blues by 65 points. Centre bounce taken forward by Geelong's Mensch. Hand pass to Pickering. Needs a good bounce. Kudafiti's on his hammer. Pickering picks it up. Handball to Gary Hocking. Sprays the ball across the half-forward line, but a good mark to Geelong. And the player in the question is Hickmott. Just saw the flash of 2 there on his jumper as he was covered up there by Christo. Hickmott goes short and finds Gary Hocking. Still a long way out from goal. A few boos out there for a little treatment on the Craig Bradley that caused and gave Carlton a goal a moment ago. Now Gary Hocking's gone short. He finds Pickering. They're playing like they did last week against Richmond in the final term when they were 12 goals in front. And they're 11 goals down at the moment. Pickering sits it up, hoping that Brownless might get there. He does, but very late. And Manton takes the mark at centre half back for Carlton.
And how he'll be enjoying this. So I mentioned last Saturday night, he told David Parkin into the second half of the season that he didn't want to miss it like he did at Essendon back in 93. He goes sideways to Silvani, who has 2 on their own on the wing. Sexton marks it and gives it straight off to Camporeale, who spears towards Kernahan's lead. He outmanoeuvres his opponent. Head pass to Williams, open goal, and he runs it home. And the Blues have kicked another. And Williams and Kernahan, the champions, embrace. They both pump the air. And I don't think until this moment they have believed that the grand final is truly won, but they know now that it is. Carlton by 12 goals, 18-11, 119 to the Cats 6-12, 48 at the 5-minute mark of the last quarter. Rod Austin.
Yeah, Stephen Kernahan, terrific player over the years, and proved again today he's a big game player. Use of the body there, open up the way for Williams to receive a handle and just dribble the ball through, and great captain's effort by
Steve.
Pets
on the back all round, and Constantine had right up the centre half back to Manton, who took the mark to get it going. Centre bounce, no ruckman win it. Handley though gets it out, but the hand pass is stolen by Camporeale. He's tackled by Tudor of Geelong. The loose ball picked up by Couch. The Cats go forward up towards half forward. Out comes Brownless. Brownless picks it up, traps it 60 metres out. Hand pass to Lord, 45 metres out, not sure where to go. Decides to kick and kicks it towards goal, and he's offline, and he's put it through from behind. Geelong 6-13, 49. Carlton 18-11, 119. The margin is 12-70. Is 70 points.
Hinkley's off. Scholes back on.
Spalding a long lead for Dean's kick in, and that's where Dean's going to go, as Spalding is going to run into a paddock, and he takes the mark clear of the 50. Plays on, but he hasn't got anything to kick to now. He slews his kick cleverly to the wing. Ratton, who's been a tremendous player, a real workhorse, takes it over the boundary line for a throw-in. 4 to the wing for Carlton, and there is one of the most improved players running around in league football at the moment. He has become gold in the midfield for Carlton. At the throw-in, Barnes outpaces Madden to the drop of the ball, but hits it straight to Fraser Brown. His hand pass smothered. Barnes soccers back to the wing. The gallant McKay dives after the ball. Can't mark it low down. Picked up for the Cats by Tanner, who rides McKay's charge. Hand passes on, but Hogg's in the way. Takes it towards the boundary. Couch keeps it in. A hand pass to Mensch. Awkward for him, and he's taken over by workhorse Hogg for a throw-in. Left half forward flank for the Cats, but 20 metres outside their 50. Almost 7 minutes in, and the scoreboard screen shows David Parkin looking quite relaxed now. The jugular withdraws.
Yes, chewing on the gum. As the ball is thrown in, Manton throws himself on top of the ball. Tanner looks for a free kick. And the umpire, Darren Goldsmith, calls for a bounce.
He certainly lost it today, Buddha, hasn't he? He's decided that the man's better than the ball sometimes.
Final quarter, 7 minutes in. It's all over. Carlton 18-11. Geelong 6-13. There's the ball up on half forward for Geelong, taken out of the air by Dean, but something happening off play. It's going against Barnes to be taken by Madden. So after the game, presentations, of course, and we'll have David Mackay and Bobby Skilton in the dressing rooms. And Swanee, I think, will get you to go to the Carlton rooms. And Bobby, you're good at getting losing coaches to the microphone. We'll send you to the Geelong rooms. Short pass by Madden. It's a poor one. It's been marked by Mansfield, who plays on around Hogg. Mansfield drives Geelong forward. Up they go. Hickmott went up, can't mark. Christou rides a bump of Brewer beautifully, then gets the hand pass to Mackay. They've been sensational in the back half. They've been sensational everywhere. And Mackay down to Koutafidis. Outmarks Pickering. Good shepherd by Bradley to give Koutafidis a passage towards goal. Kicks the ball on the bounce. Picked up by Graham of Geelong. Hand passes further down the field. Koutafidis is still there. Handball across to Kernahan. 60 metres out. Nobody home. He'll run it in. No, it hits Brown on the back of his body, and it'll be cleared away by McGrath. McGrath now from back pocket comes around the members, where it's marked by Barnes,
who has met his match today. He was taken out of the ruck as Madden destroyed him. Comes inboard with a left foot chip to Graham. Took a long time and gives it away to Clappe. Hand pass to Kernahan, to Fraser Brown with the torn ligaments in the ankle, not bothering him a bit. He twists onto the left. He lines them up and he hooks it and misses narrowly and curses. He wants a goal. They all want a piece of the action. 18-12, 120 to 6-13, 49. It's the Blues by 71 points at the 9-minute mark.
Yeah, kick in by Graham. Again, kicks to himself. Plays on, comes around the members' wing. Barnes, their only chance. Clappe is there. Clappe knocks the ball away. Mackay had it for a moment for the Blues. Picked up there by Clappe. Handball across to Hogg. Hogg kicks to a central position at half forward. Up goes Koutafidis, almost got it. Ratton there, spragged by Judah. Should have got a free kick, Ratton. The ball in the centre square. Picked up by Williams. Squeezes a hand pass, I'm not sure. Magically to Spalding, who gives it back to Williams. Williams kicks beautifully to Kernahan, who's marked 30 metres out directly in front. The Blues 120, Geelong 49. And we expected so much of this match. I just couldn't wait for it. Talking about it all week. As Kernahan leans back and has put it through. Kernahan has kicked his fifth. So 5 goals to Williams, 5 goals to Kernahan, and 3 to Pearce. And no multiple goal scorer for Geelong. And in the footy record, next to number 5, Gary Ablett, there's nothing in the G's, and there's 3 in the B's. He kicked 3 behinds, but Silvani has kept him goalless. Carlton 19-12, Geelong 6-13.
Interesting article on Silvani in last weekend's Age Good Weekend, in which he spoke about pressure. Ablett missed some relatively easy shots early. Silvani said pressure is something you apply in the first quarter, and your opponent during the third quarter might actually miss an easy one because he's become so aware of you. And Ablett missed as though he was under pressure in the first quarter today. 10.5 minutes in. Carlton by 77 points. Perfect bounce from Hayden Kennedy, the grand final debutant. Ball spills to Tanner as Handley is down and hurt. Tanner kicks into half forward, but Manton takes an easy mark for the Blues, and they're running everywhere. Hogg across ground receives from him, crosses the 50, kicks towards Fraser Brown on the wing. He marks, looks for the hand pass, but sells the dummy to Ablett and kicks into half forward. Nothing there for the Blues. McGrath, an awkward half volley, traps the ball, gives Lord a chance. He's lost it. Pearce has got it for Carlton. Great tackle. McGrath trying to the last, brings him down. Camporeale's got it. Sees Madden, ignores him for the hand pass, and that's understandable. Kick short to Spalding, well tackled. Spalding knocks it back to Camporeale at the 50, kicks to full forward. It won't beat the pack. A Geelong mark to Barnes in the last line of defence.
Barnes plays on, he goes over the mark, around the mark, and the umpire bringing it back. Just a quick word from Tommy Hafey.
Yes. Well,
can't say much, can you, Tom?
No, it's 5 goals to both of those 2 key forwards. Like, Williams has been absolutely sensational. He's kicked 5, but he's also given away 5. And I think he's been, well, He started the rot off in the early part where they were all running at his head, and he's just kept on going. He's been absolutely sensational.
Well, the margin is 77 points, just 19 away from the highest of all time, which is 96. They've still got about 16 or 17 minutes to get a few more goals and build on it, so they might get it as Barnes goes short and finds Lord in the back pocket, kicks out towards the Great Southern Stand side. Mensch goes to ground, the ball over for a boundary throw in.
Tommy, are you suggesting he might have a Norm Smith medal to hang with those couple of
I do. I really do. I think he's been absolutely sensational. I know that there's been so many good players, but he's been outstanding.
126 to 49. Streamers on the MCG being thrown from the top deck of the Great Southern Stand. Madden fists the ball from the boundary throw in to Brown, who might have made a quick trip to Lourdes during the week. I'm not sure, Crackers. I tell you what, whatever it was, it worked in that decompression chamber. It might have been oxygen coming in from Lourdes rather than the water.
They say it's very special, the oxygen from Lourdes.
Boundary throw in, 65 out from Carlton's goal. Up in ruck, 50-50, picked up by Koutafidis, breaks the tackle from Couch easily, then centres the ball to half forward, and Pearce leads onto it, some 15 metres in front of his opponent, with a man going after him in McGrath. He's 55 out, Kernahan dropping back. The drop punt by Pearce is on its way, and it sails straight through the middle. Well, the margin is 83. They just need another couple of goals. 96 points is the greatest winning margin in a grand final by Hawthorn against Melbourne in 1988. And the margin here is 83. Carlton 20 goals 12, Geelong 6 goals 13.
Ratton coming off for the Blues to a great hand. What a performer he's been, and Adrian Whitehead gets a chance late in the day. Still, quarter of an hour to enjoy out there. And the feeling must be good because the Blues have destroyed the Cats. 83 points in front. Madden another tap. It finishes with Hogg, who puts them into attack to half forward. Williams waits, lets two Cats collide. Ball spills well clear of the pack. McGrath dipped the shoulder, ran hard. Here's Williams again. Oh, he hurries his kick. He didn't realise he had so much time and that he had a chance to hand pass to McKay. He sprayed with the right boot. A rare moment of indulgence, perhaps, a behind. 20-13 to 6-13. Carlton by 14 goals.
Yes, the margin 14 goals. Short kick in by Graham finds Lord, who marks it centre half back and goes short to Tanner outside the 50. He's defending. Tudor looks for a hand pass over the top. He goes over the top of Brown. Tudor takes it, then kicks to half forward. The mark is taken by Mensch, with Koutafidis stalking him on the mark. He's been invited to play on. Good work, Koutafidis. So Mensch does play on, gives a hand pass to Tudor, kicks into a Carlton defender. The loose ball goes to Pickering, has a shot in towards the goal square, and Handley's mark for the Cats about 15 metres out on a 35-degree angle as Gary Ablett remains goalless. The Cats have 6, the Blues have 20. Handley, 15 metres out. Left forward pocket at the punt road end of the MCG. Plenty of concentration, as if the game depended on it. Here he comes. Drop punt straight through the middle, and the Cats get their 7th. They're 7-13-55 to Carlton 20-13 133. Bobby Skilton.
Yes, well, Geelong still in their pitching, but the game completely closed up, and the class shown by players such as Williams, they just have not been able to handle those players. And across that half-back line, Christou right throughout the day has been absolutely superb. Hasn't put a foot wrong. If it got past Christou, then Silvani and those players just mopped it up. Silvani, Dean, Sexton have been fantastic.
Carlton by 14 goals. 16 minutes last quarter. Mensch in the ruck, Madden's third opponent. They share this one. Fraser Brown burrowing in as he has all year. There'll be a ball up just outside the centre circle. And ultimately the Blues have won as their 20-win, 2-loss home and away record would suggest they might. But still we doubt it. But they're going all the way with 16 straight and a premiership. From the ball up, Koutafidis in his inimitable way works it to Fraser Brown, who gives it by hand to Campriali, spearing past to Kernahan. Great spoil Graham from behind. Ablett down in the back half, hooks the left footer back to the wing, but onto the chest of the man who put it in there, Scott Campriali, who passes on to Whitehead, 65 metres out on the members' half-forward flank. Silvani again running up into attack for the Blues. There's a lead from Spalding. The delivery's too far for him, and Barnes takes a mark behind Spalding. Looking athletic in everything he does, but there hasn't been enough. He kicks to McGrath, who marks for Geelong on the defensive 50.
The Blues lead by 78 points. McGrath plays on, kicks in towards the middle of the MCG. It's marked by Couch, who's stopped to a walk since half-time. Takes the mark and kicks up towards Hickmott. Christou does the spoil. Brewer trips over, but recovers, runs up towards 55, drives in towards Brownless, but he's outmarked comprehensively by Sexton, who's played a sensational game today. Brownless has been very ordinary, to say the least, but he's had plenty of mates. Sexton finds Hogg on the half-back flank, carries the ball, then kicks the ball looking for Williams. Spoil there from Ablett late. The ball goes to Ablett's opponent in Silvani. Draws the player. Hand pass to Williams. Handball on towards Whitehead. He can join the spoils, and he puts it through and does. Whitehead's first. He's been on interchange most of the day. Carlton's 21st. They're 21-13, 139. Geelong 7-13, 55. And to really cap off the day, something that almost happened 10 minutes ago, Fraser Brown has got to kick a goal. Crackers.
Well, he should kick a goal line up. It's any man that doesn't kick a goal out there today in a Carlton jumper hasn't tried hard enough. Yes, he shouldn't be out there. I'll name names at the end of the day. Even get Jack Elliott on to play the last 10 minutes.
A few names, 12 haven't.
Jack's put the guillotine away for the time being. At the ball up, Hogg gets a soccer kick, but to Ablett. Up in the centre, driving Geelong forward, in towards full forward. It's a mighty roost. No one can mark, and Peter Dean breaks away with the ball. He's tackled here, dispossessed, but is awarded a free kick. So Carlton's ball just forward of the last line of defence. Dean across ground to Christou, and those the magnificent six defenders working together still. Christou to Bradley, and he marks just behind the wing. Fraser Brown calls for it inside. A lateral pass, but Bradley goes long around the boundary line to McKay, who runs into an oncoming teammate in Clappe, and it spills over the boundary line. Beneath the members, up towards Carlton's right half forward flank. Almost 19 minutes. In the last quarter, the Blues have kicked 5 goals to 1, and their lead is 84 points.
Boundary throw in right below us, knocked down by Handley, taken away by Whitehead. Has the bounce, runs to half forward, goes short. Hogg, he might join the spoils as well. No. Oh, he's the backman come tagger, or a tagger come backman, or whatever. Combination of both. And it really showed there, because he had a big break on the field, and it just stuck in for a behind. But the margin is 84. We're getting pretty close to that record of 96. Score check. Carlton 21-14, Geelong 7-13. We've played 19 and a half minutes almost.
And the blowouts keep on happening on the big day. Graham stuttering, goes for Ablett. 2 against him, but he takes the mark. Silvani coming at him from behind, Hogg front on. Ablett around the half-back flank to Colbert. Down below the members, he marks and wearily plays on. Prods a little pass over the top to the running Couch. A disappointment again in the grand final. In towards half forward for the Cats, and a fine mark taken by Mansfield. A lovely aerialist. For a not terribly tall man, he's marked at the 50 and could give it a nudge from there. Ratton comes back and Hogg off. Mansfield from pretty much right on the 50. We've reached 20 minutes. The season has but 10 minutes to run. But the result of it all now is well known. Carlton have won their 16th flag. Mansfield comes in and he's going to have a shot. He's a lovely left footer. It's a long ball, but not quite long enough. A beautiful mark to Barnes. Has it been paid? No, it has not. Thought he'd done enough. Christou comes away with the spillage. Off to Ratton, who's back, and he delivers to Silvani, who's enjoying his run around the park late in the day. Oh, and he runs around Ablett and runs away from him and delights the Carlton fans again. Delivers to Clappe. Can't hold the chest mark, but he has time to pick himself up, mop up, pass to Spalding, although the ball had gone out of bounds. Or is there a Carlton free kick?
It's a free kick to Carlton.
So the ball is coming back. Manton off and Hannah comes back for the Blues.
The margin 85 points, 21 minutes in the final quarter. We'll get the crowd for you very shortly. A lot of people hanging on the crowd with the various sweeps around the ground. $1 in to guess the crowd. Most people going somewhere between 94 and 98, so plenty of contenders. Now, Clappe right below us on the wing. Drives Carlton in towards centre half forward. Up goes Gudafidis. Takes a beauty 52 metres out. Players everywhere. Bradley and Campriali. He'll go for Bradley. He'll be under pressure late. Or did they crunch him? But he's going to get the free kick. And in close stuff he's done. Anyway, Bradley has kicked what? He's kicked 2 goals, 1, Craig Bradley. He's in front of the cricketer's gate. The drop punt, it's on its way, and it's out to the right and through for a behind. So the margin, 86 points. Carlton can still get there and create a new record for the grand final. The biggest margin is 96. They've got about 6 or 7 minutes to do it. Carlton 21-15, Geelong 7-13.
Graham short, straight down the middle, finds McGrath. Almost 22 and a half minutes. McGrath decides to go for a trot out towards the southern side, has one bounce, passes to Lord, a hand pass to Tanner, who chips in towards the centre, a long lead from Mansfield, spills a mark he would normally gobble up. McKay doesn't spill it, he's got it, gives it to Spalding, who takes his time, goes backwards to Silvani, out wide now to Whitehead, Fraser Brown in space, Whitehead hits him with the pass. 65 metres out as there's a bit of a fight on away from the ball. Brown up towards Kernahan. Williams scouting dangerously, but Graham puts a big fist on the ball and belts it out of bounds up towards Carlton's right forward pocket, but it's about 40 metres around. 23 minutes gone. Carlton 21-15. Geelong 7-13. Carlton by 86 from the throw in Whitehead. Little hand pass stolen by Hocking, who gives it to Colbert. Shocking delivery. Straight to Brown. That's Fraser Brown. Hand pass to Spalding. Got a high tackle on the umpire's blind side. Lost the footy. Paul Brown takes it. Gives it to Lord. He goes for a run and has a couple of bounces.
Yes, kicks up towards centre half forward. Up they go. Good mark taken by Hickmott of Geelong. About 50 metres out directly in front. He plays on quickly, sees a player across the ground. It's marked by Lord. They gained absolutely nothing. Lord directly in front, kicks in towards the pocket, and Handley has found space about 15 metres out on a 45-degree angle. So he kicked the goal in the final term just a few minutes ago and will bring up Geelong's 8th. An inglorious performance by the Cats. But they really haven't been in the hunt. Determined Blues side. Handley, punt road goal, drop punts and puts it through. So he gets his second. And yes, he's the only multiple crackers for Geelong. He's kicked 2. 24 minutes in, Carlton 21-15, Geelong 8-13. David Mackay.
Tommy's gone for Greg Williams, who would have to be close to it. At the ball up, neither ruckman controls it. Down to Bradley, can't quite pick it up. Rare that he would fumble. It was bouncing awkwardly. He had a big swing at it off the ground and missed it, and the Cats emerge. Tanner to Pickering, who kicks towards Brewer. Can't mark. Hannah has the run of the ball as it hits the deck. It won't bounce for him. Brewer keeps him under pressure, but finally Hannah breaks away, has a bounce and loses the footy. Gary Hocking menacingly the other way. My word, Hannah's making heavy weather of this. He's finally brought down on the centre line, and the pack forms and there'll be a ball up. 25 and a half minutes gone. It is nearly over. Carlton have had it won. Well, they've had it won all day. They've been simply magnificent as they stroll to their 16th straight victory and complete this wonderful history-making season. From the ball up, Madden brings it down. Tanner steals, gives it to Lord, 60 metres out, goes for Brownless. It just slides off his fingertips, and the Carlton defenders close. Dean overruns it. Hickmott to Pickering, over the top to Handley, who gave it to Lord, and Silvani runs it through. Oh, Handley had an open goal, and in a fit of generosity, gave the ball off rather than kicking it himself. The Carlton defence closed and Silvani ran the spilling ball through for a behind.
The Blues lead by 79 points. Kick in by Christo, who kicks to himself, plays on and kicks out to Koutoufidis on half-back. Goes around the Great Sutton stand wing. Clappe overran the ball. Colbert is there. I think he might have an ankle injury too. Gets the hand pass across to Gary Hocking, who delivers to nobody at half-forward flank. Straight back to Koutoufidis, who takes the mark for the Blues. Sweeping long hand pass down the field to Dean. Dean's kick also poor. They're getting tired as marked by Mansfield. Plays on with a hand pass to Ablett. Ablett kicks to wide of the centre where it's marked by Lord. Handball across to Tudor. Tudor goes long in towards Handley. He takes the mark. He won't hand pass this time as he runs into goal and puts it through for his 3rd. Geelong's 9th. So Carlton won't create a new record of the biggest margin in a grand final with a little late flurry here by the Cats. Score check, Carlton 21-15, Geelong 9-14. Lee Matthews.
Well, what I was telling the Gats is obviously academic from now on, but Manton and Clappe, both without a club in February and being drafted in the draft and now playing in a premiership side. There's amazing 6 months for those two.
27 and a quarter minutes. 73 points is the margin. Umpire Kennedy bounces it. Maybe the last bounce he will make in his maiden grand final. Madden down to Fraser Brown. High ball in towards half forward. McKay playing in attack now. Spoiled by Mansfield, who meets Spalding hard. McKay runs onto it. Blazes from 55 metres. And he misses the right behind post by 20 as it goes out on the full.
Old names, that's one of them.
He was determined to get among the goal-kicking statistics. It's a free kick to Graham, who short passes to Barnes for Geelong.
Coming up to 28 minutes. It's been 5 goals to 3 to the Blues in this final term. Barnes goes short to centre half-back, where the mark is taken by Aaron Lord of Geelong. He's still only about 25 metres out from the goal he's defending. Leans back, and Hannah comes from behind and takes a beauty on the attacking side of the centre for Carlton. Now, Spalding's by himself. Can he give it to Fraser Brown? No, he's nowhere near it. Spalding drops the mark, runs across the half-forward line, does far too much, is mown down, he's grabbed eventually, and will leave the ball to Tudor. Tudor of Geelong, a little snappy hand pass to Tanner, runs up towards the middle, then kicks to Hickmott at half-forward. Hickmott a hand pass across to Couch. Attacking side of the centre. Paul Couch goes to Billy Brownless, and Brownless marks about 45 to 50 metres out from goal. Not many possessions for Billy today. 12 possessions, but he hasn't done much with them as he comes in from centre half forward. Drop punt is on its way and through. So Geelong get double figures in the grand final. Polite applause from Geelong supporters. Geelong 10-14-74, Carlton 21-15-141. The siren about to go. I reckon it'll be about a 30-and-a-half-minute quarter, with a total of 9 goals having been scored.
Crackers has spotted the crowd somewhere, 93-670.
Yep, up there. It's over there where the old scoreboard is there. Official attendance.
Well done.
Eyes on me like a black hawk.
And a face like a, what's one, Mackay?
They head to match.
At the bounce of the ball. 93-670 confirmed on the main scoreboard. Cats cutting the margin and gaining a small measure of respectability. Gary Hocking breaks out of the centre and delivers to Brownless, who marks 45 metres out and has a chance to kick his second in a minute and his third for the game. He kicks it from just inside the 50, a long high drop punt. Goal umpire likes the look of that. It's another goal to Billy, and the Cats are edging back with their 11th. They trail by 61 points. Carlton 21-15-141. Geelong 11-14-80. Brownless and Hanley 3 goals apiece for Geelong. For Carlton, 5 each to Williams and Kernahan and 4 to Pearce.
Well, it's all over. The crowd just waiting for the siren to go. It's only seconds away. We're 30 minutes and 15 seconds in the final term. And possibly the final bounce of the match from umpire number 7, Hayden Kennedy in the middle. There's the centre bounce. Up they go. Knocked down by Madden. Straight to Bradley. Bradley now runs to half forward. Grubs the ball up towards the half forward flank. He didn't have a target, and it's out of play in front of the members as Pearce came down to try and get it, but tumbled past him. Yes, the crowd 93,670, and we would have thought that it may have been around about the 97,000 mark, but a little short of that.
Eclipsed, in fact, by the Anzac Day crowd for that fabulous draw.
There it is. It's all over. And Carlton has won the flag. The final score, Carlton 21-15-141. Geelong 11-14-80.
And the Blues have completed one of the greatest seasons in the history of the competition, as they have won 23 games against just 2 defeats. The last 16 wins on the trot. That is the second longest winning sequence during a season in the history of the competition, bettered only by Collingwood in 1928 in the midst of their 4 consecutive flags. This is a truly great team, and they have massacred Geelong on grand final day by 61 points. And now the effort of all of those months, all of that commitment, dissipates into sheer joy as the Blues let go, and David Parkin, their coach, trots out onto the ground to be met first by the ageing giant, Big Harry Madden, who embraces him. They embrace each other.
And Gary Ayres was first to embrace David Parkin once he left the coach's box. And isn't it great down there to see Gary Ayres just embracing Madden and having Cole Kinnear, the football manager at Carlton, And the seconds, I guess, Brains Trust on the back and saying well done as well.
Parkin, in fact, joins the likes of Tommy Hafey and Ron Barassi, some of the truly great coaches who have coached 4 premiership teams, starting with Hawthorn back in 1978, back-to-back with Carlton in 81-82. And he's come back. He has risen again, and 13 years later has coached Carlton to a great premiership victory. Let's hear from former Carlton premiership players first, Rod Austin and David Mackay. Curly.
Yes, a terrific season, as you said, Tim, for Carlton, capped off by a great grand final performance. Probably this is the best time for the players. I mean, saw the emotion, all the hard work, and they've won their premiership, and they're with their mates, and it's terrific. I was thinking later tonight that at the moment they just want to congratulate each other and their coach, and great scene. So, but overall, Carlton today were terrific. I mean, we've talked about their discipline, their desire to win the hard ball, their professionalism, and their great backline. You know, also Justin Madden in the ruck started off. Ratton and Bradley, everywhere you look, they had winners. There weren't too many players. You look at Geelong, and really, let's give Geelong credit. At the start of the year, people were saying they wouldn't even get in the 8, in the final 8. But Gary Ayres, Jeff Gooshin, and a whole new crew down there, Paul Armstrong, the football manager, they've really worked hard. They were criticised for turning over a large number of players, but they're a very good football side, Geelong. Unfortunately, they met a very committed side in Carlton, and they can look forward to a big future as well. But really, Carlton, backline, on-ball players I've already mentioned, plus their key forwards, Kernahan with 5.